Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, well, I think I'm ready when you guys are ready.
I'm good to go.
I'm ready.
Shall I start with what's it called? Background?
Recap.
Recap. There you
Yes,
go.
please.
Background. Jesus Christ.
But
Okay.
technically, it's not wrong.
So I had to cram like it was a final exam so I could make sure that I knew what the hell we did last time because it's been so long since I watched the video of our last session. But we started in a cavey, not a cavey area, a cave area. We were in a room that had a small stream passing through it, kind of a riverside stream, and we had just encountered a drow and two of its little demon-like minions coming out of the passage on the other side of the stream. They engaged us right away in combat. We handled them all pretty deftly. I don't remember it being too challenging of a fight. And after we had looted their bodies and were kind of recovering from the combat, we heard a sound of like rock fall. When we looked up, a passage on the other side of the cave was being blocked by some unknown means via rock fall. And from another passage on the other side of the cave, the little room that we were in, a very snappily dressed and noticeably bald drow came out of the passage, gave us kind of a evil, dirty, winking look. Not dirty. It wasn't anything sexual. But he gave us a weird look, kind of winked at us knowingly, and walked back into the passage and waved his hand. And that passage seemingly magically caved in. We did not see where he went or what happened to him. Presumably he was on the other side of the cave-in. So we examined the caved-in passages, realized that it would take a long time if we were going to try to dig ourselves through either one of those passages. Decided to give it up. Crossed back over the stream and ended up leaving the room to the west. And after some time going through more passages, we ended up coming to, if I remember correctly, we didn't encounter anything else until we actually got to the big, wide, open space that we believe ends up being Dark Lake. Came out of the passage into a big room. We couldn't see the extreme sides of either the walls on either side of the room. We couldn't see the ceiling above us, and we couldn't see the wall on the other side of the space we were in. It was a massive space, and most of it in front of us was taken up by a large lake. Very, very dark water, the same kind of weird dark water that we had in the stream in the room that we were in previously. Oh, it must also be noted that Vrisdan filled up an empty ink... what do you call them? Bottle. There you go. Yeah. Ink bottle with water from the dark stream that we had seen previously. So when we see the lake and the shore of the lake in this cavern that we're in, we noticed, among other things, a goblin village off to the left, or a small village, rather, off to the left, a dock off to the right, and down by the water's edge we could see crocodiles moving along the shore of the lake there. We decided first to go toward the village to the left. We encountered a goblin outside of the village drying his fish on racks. Goji ended up having a brief conversation with the goblin in Goblin. Despite some rude language from her, the goblin ended up telling them about a kuatoa that could be found over at the dock. So when Goji briefed the rest of the group on what she had learned from the goblin, and tossing the goblin a piece of gold to thank him for his help, we all walked over to the dock. There was no one at the dock when we arrived, but there was a rope tied to the dock that was leading out into the water. I think it was Vrisdan. I don't remember exactly who ended up tugging the rope.
That was you.
No, that was me. That was Goji. I remember that nothing happened right away. Yeah, that's right. Nothing happened right away, and she got aggravated and kind of wandered away. And while she was trying to console herself and calm down, um, a boat approached with the Kuatoa in it, either paddling or using it like a, was he paddling, or did he have like a long stick that he was using on the lake shore bed?
He was using a stick to steer the ship
Okay.
towards you.
Okay. And he brought it up to the dock, and then he and Vrisdan had a number of not a number, but a conversation in Underdark language. Was that correct?
It is Undercommon, yes.
Undercommon. Okay. In which Vrisdan learned on behalf of our adventuring party that this Kuatoa could take us to a number of different places in the lake via ferry. I think it was 15 gold per person ended up costing us. And amongst other locations, he listed his own village and a goblin war camp. Initially, Goji's ears perked up at that, and she wanted to go see the goblin war camp, but the rest of the group wisely decided that it would make more sense to go to the Kuatoa village, because it seems, at least according to the fish person that we spoke to, that the village acts as sort of a hub for this ferry service, and that there might be other locations we can get to from the village itself versus the dock that we were at. So we all piled in, paid our gold, and the Kuatoa gradually got us out into the lake and took us in the direction of his village. While we were riding in the lake, Futon decided to sing a little song and play some bagpipes, which seemed to bother the hell out of the Kuatoa. But he's a hard worker. He's dedicated to his job and did not throw us overboard. So we got to the village, explored it briefly, and ended up going inside of a very large structure on one end of the village. I don't remember if there were markings outside the building that told us if it was something religious or like a government building, like the home of the chief or something, but when we went inside, we encountered this large map that Mike so nicely brought back up. I think we could see from a distance, from the southern end, that's where we entered. We could see across that shell-like bridge. I believe there were, could we discern figures up on the structure there to the north? I don't remember exactly.
You could see that there was a more ornately dressed Kuatoa seemingly praying to a figure further up above him on a throne.
Ah, okay, yes. So it seems like some kind of chiefly, kingly, queenly structure building. And that, if I remember correctly, is where we left off. Is that right?
That is correct.
All
Thank
right.
you very much, man.
My
Very
pleasure.
well done.
Thank you.
Is there anything anyone wants to add, or are we good to go?
Well, fine.
Okay. So, as Pem stated, you all find yourselves at the entrance way of the bridge that leads up to the, let's say, throne atop the rise of stairs. And you're not close enough yet, since you have not moved from that position, to discern what the figure on the throne is. But you can see that there is a Kuatoa seemingly praying to the figure. You cannot hear the mumblings of the Kuatoa, but there's a certain rhythm to it, and it very lightly echoes throughout the ornately colored shell around you.
Okay.
You do not see any other figures in the room. There's only the one at the throne and the Kuatoa in the middle of the stairway.
Okay. Hey, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting both chiming sound effects from your mic and also breathing sounds.
Oh, so I'll turn that off, that noise.
Yeah.
That should have stopped.
Okay, thank you. It's not a big deal, like I don't care that much. I'm just letting you know that it's there.
Yeah, a rat turned something up.
For real?
Yeah.
Those mischievous rats.
One finally figured out the way out of the cage.
Mhm.
So, what would you guys like to do? Would you like to approach the Kuotoa or leave the way you came back from?
I think Goji's going to give the rest of the group a look, but she wants to approach and at least ask some questions. Seems like a good place to do so.
Okay. You all cross the span of the bridge. The multi hues of colors reflecting down through from the water into the bridge up towards the ceiling, all reflecting back downwards, showing that the shell is indeed a shell and reflective. And as you cross the span, the murmurings become more clear, and so far only Max is able to understand them, as they are indeed in Undercommon. And as you approach, he can hear certain words, like ones that you would normally hear in a prayer, and mumblings about worship and money and grant power. As you finally cross the rest of the span of the bridge and reach the first set of stairs, there seems to be like a slight hum that goes throughout the room, kind of like an alert system, and this notifies the Kuatoa that someone approaches the altar, which causes him to cease his prayer, but the figure on the throne shows no reaction. As you had been as you reach the bottom of the stairs, you can more clearly see that the figure is humanoid on the throne, with a unique kind of head, reptilian kind of. Uh, as the Kuatoa takes notice of you, he stands and turns, and you see that this Kuatoa is larger than the previous one that you were ferried across the lake. Uh, he is garbed in robes and has a staff, and he looks down upon you and proclaims in Undercommon,
Goji just gives Vrisdan a look.
Yeah, same.
A lot of exclamation points again here, boys.
They are an enthusiastic people.
They really are.
Oh, okay. I just noticed the signal to bow.
Yeah. Tanom, I remember, what's his name? Logome being
Yeah.
asked, told me about this note. It's not like a physical note though, right? I say it to them. I assume he didn't give me like a piece of parchment, right?
No, he didn't give you a piece of parchment.
Okay.
I will go ahead and say, I would imagine that you all at least have heard random notes about Kuotoas, and you all are vaguely aware at least that they're fucking crazy. So
Yeah, sure.
whether or not you give him a real note or pretend note or whatever, I would assume is fine.
Hey, Futon, can you hit
What?
an A note on that bagpipe, please?
This is great.
And when he says that, the Kuotoa turns and gives a quick bow, smacking his head on the floor towards the throne, and then stands right back up and turns to you.
Vrisdan says to the rest of the party, where is it? I asked them, I showed a lot of deference in our greeting, and I asked if they would mind answering us some questions. So, Goji, whatever it is you want to ask, let me know and I will translate it for you.
Oh shit! What do I want to ask?
They say we are grateful for this 5-star rating.
Was that the A note? The A note was the 5-star rating.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. What do we want to know, you guys?
Sorry to interrupt. I think my dog is getting into something. I will be back in just a moment.
Okay.
All right.
We'll just think out loud about what it is we want to know.
Okay, yeah. Let's just say that you'll translate for you.
Yeah. Was there something related to like the war camp, like why they're setting up, something like that?
The war camp, and I was also thinking if they know anything about the drow arena that we were in previously.
So, what is it that you want to know about
Let's start with the
camp?
Goblin War Camp, since that's where we've heard of most recently. We're looking to find out what they know about the war camp in terms of. Oh,
Welcome back.
we're looking to find out from them what they know about the Goblin War Camp in terms of why it's there and how many Goblin warriors are there, if they know.
Okay. Do you want to type that out, Max, or do you want me to
I'm
just
already
answer?
on it.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to answer, I'm just typing it out for like, I don't know, formality's sake. Vrisdan would reply that without any, particular frills or like changes to the question. And also, sorry to make you multitask, Tanom, but do we recall, was the Goblin War Camp one of the locations they will ferry to, or is that separate from their line?
That is one of 3 locations that Luguma has for his own service.
Okay, thank you.
And when he says that, he turns back around and does the same prayer motion as before to the throne. Which, as he does this, the figure on the throne just barely moved as a shake of his head.
Hmm.
And then the Kuotoa rises again and faces you once more.
All right. I'm typing this out in common. I could just speak it. Vrisdan replies to the group. He said the Middlers, seemingly in reference to the goblins, are only offered grog on the ferry rides, and they're preparing to do something with the drowlings. As for warriors, they have quite a few, more than the Kuotoa could raise. But nothing to fear, guys. Our Lord Umbalup shall guide them. So everything's good and accounted for there.
Okay.
They're fine.
And the Kuotoa and the goblins don't seem to be in open conflict at present?
No.
Okay.
Although I guess it seems kind of icy if they only get grog and not like meals like they offered us.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the goblins are
funny.
very respectful what am I
Eaters.
looking for? Passengers.
Yeah. They're just throwing pretzels all over the boat. All right, that's it. Grog only for those assholes. Okay.
As
Oh, sorry.
oh,
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, as Max continues with whatever question he's going to pose next, I assume about the drow. While he's typing that, while you guys are having these questions, you notice that there's a little pulley system that was not quite evident that travels along the path of the bridge and goes and rises up to the position of the priest. And while you were talking, a basket was traveling across the rope system of the pulley to end at the position next to the Kuotoa, to where he notices that there has been a new deposit of cash. Presumably the gold that you presented to your friend Laguma.
Hey. Okay. And I'm trying to remember. I know you said it very clearly. I just don't remember. The figure on the throne is very clearly not a Kuotoa, though, right? You said they're reptilian in.
They, from your position at the very bottom of the stairs, you can tell that they are humanoid, not in a form of a Kuotoa, so not fish-like, but that they have a
massive head.
They have a head that seems reptilian. You can also see that the rest of their body is covered by very ornate purple robes, but that's all you can see from the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. And they haven't spoken or anything, right?
No. The only motion that you've seen is a very slight shake of their head.
Sorry, I'm just trying to put my character where I think that they are, but I'm doing a terrible job of it.
I didn't even know you guys had your character.
Oh, they're very small.
I just dropped him. I dropped her. Drag and drop, which doesn't seem to work as well as I would have liked. I'm trying to figure out how to undo that shit. If I just hit delete. Oh.
Try dropping it again.
Well, she's there. She's at the bottom of the map.
Can you drag her? No.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't even know you guys had that, so I didn't have that unlocked.
That's cool. I'm just saying that's where we're at roughly, right?
Yeah, about there.
Okay. Sorry, that was a little bit of a distraction. I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Put that together.
So let's see.
While you're doing what you're doing there, I think the other thing that Goji would like to have a better understanding of is whether the Kuatoa are aware of the drow arena thing upstairs. And I say upstairs, obviously, very loosely. While the translated conversation is happening, Goji's just kind of taking it all in, getting a good look at the whole space. Just really thriving on the vibes here. Is it the case that we're in this water space as well? Like the surface below us is water?
Yeah, the surface below is water.
Okay.
In fact, the bridge itself was like a few inches underwater as you were crossing it. Somehow they managed to get this shell within another shell to be within the water level, but enough of a space to where not overweigh the outer shell and cause it all to sink.
Interesting.
As Max reads through that and all that, the priest looks to the basket and begins to start counting out the amount of gold that was given in tribute to presumably the Lord upon the throne.
Vrisdan gives a frown to Goji. Yeah, they are aware. They participate. Does not seem like they understand what it is, though, because they, quote, surprisingly, none of the young ones have returned. They seem enthusiastic that they'll come back, though. Meaning that they're providing their own citizens as tribute, or they're capturing slaves and providing them as tribute? It sounds like their own. They think it's some kind of casino game, they said. They are sometimes asked to volunteer.
As he says this, he turns with his tribute and offers it up to the throne-like figure. And as he is kneeling with his arms up above him, you see that there is an actual glow coming from the gold that you gave to your ferryman. And as it glows, it begins to warp the area around the Kuatoa's hand and vanishes into an ether-like gold-colored vapor and begins to travel to the figure of Lord Umbalu and merges with their body and suffusing them with that gold color, finally settling to where nothing appears out of normal outside of the devotion that this Kuatoa clearly has for this being upon the throne. Then the Kuatoa stands back up and gives you his full attention once more.
Goji's impressed. She's thinking maybe she should worship this guy.
Futon's just doing the circle.
Okay. I don't know if there's anything else that Goji is seeking to understand. I mean, sorry. There's all kinds of stuff she wants to understand, but in terms of questions that she would ask the priest here, I think she asked about the Goblin War Camp, she asked about the Drow Arena. That's kind of all that she can think to ask at the moment.
All right, Futon, anything from you?
No, I think that was the things we wanted to know.
All right. Yeah, I'm in agreement. So, in Undercommon, I hope you mind me not typing it all out.
No, yeah.
But Vrisdan will do the scraping and bowing. Thank you for your, patience in your audience. We have no more questions. We will be on our way unless you have anything to ask of us. Blah da da da, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Once you say this, the first noticeable motion from the figure on the throne occurs, and there is a tapping on the arm of the throne. Clearly some kind of signal, and the Kuatoa half turns back to the throne, surprise coming across its face, as you can tell, and turns back to you and says,
Goji was starting to turn around and walk away, and then when the figure on the throne moved, she's like, "Oh!" and she came back. I was just thinking that. I was like, 2 hammers in a club?
Vrisdan is visibly puzzled.
Oh, great. Okay.
Vrisdan nods away the puzzlement.
I'm sorry. Mm-mm. When he says this, the figure on the throne shakes his head, and you can hear a very audible and somehow echoing groan come from him.
Groan, you said?
Groan.
Goji whispers to Vrisdan, "Is he all right?" Great. Oh, he wasn't. Okay.
Futon the carpenter.
Bagpipe playing carpenter.
You know, that tracks, actually.
Mm-hmm. He takes advantage of the mandated union breaks to play some bagpipes.
Entertainment is good for a worker's morale, don't you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going back to read whatever you said now.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, so I did answer. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. So now that you have been given a mission by the great Oombalu, I'll wait for Max to explain, but I would assume that you all turn around and start heading across the bridge to exit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if everyone follows with Vrisdan, he'll explain as we cross the bridge.
Okay.
So their lord, named Oombalu, wants us to, apparently has found us worthy, with no explanation as to what that might mean. Could be that we walk upright, with how crazy Kuotoa are. But, to quote them, during his morning constipation, he was attacked by a flying lizard, and his most prized possession, a paw of power, was taken by this lizard, which landed opposite the Goblin War Camp from here.
Oh, okay. And
He
so
would like
he's
us to retrieve it
okay.
because we are worthy.
And we are anticipating that we'll get some kind of favor if we do this job.
Anything else we find there is ours to keep. There will be plenty of fish for us as a reward here. We may take one item from their treasury.
Oh, okay.
Additionally, because we are working for their lord, we will not be charged for ferries if we, tell the ferryman this is on the lord's orders.
Worth it.
I suspect it's kind of a one-time deal, but Vrisdan is willing to lie and just say anywhere we're going is the lord's order.
Okay.
It's all important to completing the mission. You have to take us wherever we go. It's desperately vital that we go to the carnival right now.
Okay. Yeah, then Goji's on board. That sounds good to her. If nothing else, we get to check out. We'll be close enough, I imagine, to check out the Goblin War Camp, right?
Yeah. Let me see where they said. I'm pretty sure they said to the east, across from the fort of the Middlers, which again I assume is the goblins.
Okay.
So sounds like we have to pass around or through it to get to where we're going.
Okay. Hey Mike, I accidentally closed down that map of the village, and I don't know how to bring it back up.
Let me see. Flip. Share.
There we
How
go.
about now?
Yep. Thank
Okay.
you. Is there a way for
okay.
me to bring it back up myself, or no?
I don't know.
If you go to
No.
assets and
Yeah.
shared, a lot of them have been in there. Oh no, that's for the
Oh, no,
whole
no.
dark map.
I forgot how it was. One sec.
Is it in images? Oh yeah, it's images, and they're all named quick maps. So you're just gonna have to click through until you find the one.
Ah, okay.
These aren't the ones we've been using today. They got their own names.
Oh, I see. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I just won't fuck around and close
yeah, they
anymore.
That would be probably the easiest solution.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then Goji is gonna, assuming that our friendly fairy Kuotoa is the one that's gonna give us a ride. She's gonna march off toward his boat.
Yeah, if you all choose that you want to use Legume's services again, you can.
There's another option.
There are 4 other docks available, and when you exit the temple seashell, you do see that Legume is still at his own dock, possibly getting ready to go out to another ferry request if necessary. And you see there's one other ferry at the other docks available, and the other 3 only have the same pulley mechanism that you saw at the beachside dock, with rope coming out from the pulley system, presumably some kind of signal that they are being called.
Right. The same way that our buddy found us at the dock on the shore.
Correct. You also see that there are other seashell buildings. Don't know if you want to explore them or go straight off to your next adventure.
I mean, Goji's good on food, and she doesn't have anything to sell. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, ditto.
Dip.
I guess maybe got this new neat hand crossbow. I've only got 8 bolts for it, so I guess I could use some more of those actually.
Yeah. No harm in looking around, surely.
Regarding bolts, where is my inventory? Here we go. I do have bolts for my light crossbow, but I'm not sure how many I have.
You start off with 20, I think, if you just got it from like your starting equipment
Yeah,
as a fighter.
and I think I've fired 4 or 5, maybe.
As for your own specific bolts, Max, just remember that those are bolts that you got from a drow, and
Yeah,
they're
been,
very
like, poisoned
specific
and-
to them. You can
yeah.
try checking if the merchant here somehow managed to scavenge them some, if you wanted to see their wares.
Vrisdan is just gonna look for like normal bolts for right now.
Okay.
Goji's gonna
yeah,
follow him and also buy some bolts just to top off her inventory.
Okay. You all spend some time going through the shell buildings across the village, and you see that none of the ones on the side with the temple has the merchant store, but somehow you notice that across the way there seems to be like some kind of like banner-like thing across the entrance of one of the shells with very badly written lettering to a language that's not even undercommon, not even one that Max knows or anybody knows. It just says something on there. So you decide to go across the little bridge that connects the two pieces of land masses together to form the village. And as you approach it, you still can't read what the hell it says. It's obviously whatever gibberish that this poor Kotoa came up with to market his little merchant stall. As you enter, you see that just like the interior of the temple, it is strewn with more garbage, like literal garbage, nothing of real use. And the shelves for sale that you see are also filled with garbage. But amongst them, you do see more usable items, maybe not in the best condition, maybe watermarked, possibly scavenged. But you do see um, bolts, see little nicked swords, see some poorly kept together leather cuirasses, and you also see this little Kuatoa just running his little shop. And uh, I'm perfectly fine with you guys just deducting the amounts that it would cost for the items that you want, or we can actually do trading.
I mean, all Goji's looking for is enough bolts to top her off. So, if that's, I thought in my inventory it would show me how many I had, but it does not. It does not. So sorry, go ahead.
No, carry on.
So I think if
you might not have put it down.
It looks like I didn't because my ammo says 0.
Yeah, I had that issue. On my darts.
I think
I thought we fixed that last.
No, I do have them now.
Oh, okay.
I have the issue that he had that's been resolved.
So, bolts. Let's say you started. Say we started with. How much did you say, Max? 20?
I have 8 from the drow.
No, as a normal starter for bolts.
Oh, for me that would have been 20.
A fighter should start with 20.
Yeah.
20. And you said you spent like 4 or 5. So
I
let's
think
say
it's
you
been
have,
5. So let's say 15.
So, okay, they should be up on your character now.
And where do I see them?
Down at your inventory. It
Yeah.
should be at the very bottom.
I can see mine in actions underneath the item.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Well, here's something that you can maybe help me with, because I can see... So if I go down to my actions tab, under my crossbow, under weapons, there's a spot for ammo, and it says 0, and as far as I can tell, I can't edit that number.
You
Oh.
can't.
You should be
click
able
the-
to. It just doesn't give you like the flashing icon. If you
Yeah.
click on it and
Oh.
hit the number, it should.
There we go.
There you go.
Yep, okay. All
Okay,
right, so I'm just
now
going to
let
make it
me
20,
see.
because I'll be buying 5, 2...
So they cost 5 copper pieces. So remove 2 gold.
You got it.
And you wanted more bolts too, Max? Just go ahead and remove however much gold that is equivalent for crossbow bolt, which is 5 copper.
I'm gonna take
Actually,
out
no.
one
I'm
of
sorry, Pam. Take back 1 gold.
31. You got it.
throw it at one of my darts and ask it if he's got any more.
Sure. However many more darts you want. If you really want the special one, you can ask him for it.
I'll ask him what the special is.
He gives a covert glance to the right and to the left. I don't know why he's doing it. Nobody else is coming into the shop, but he does it anyways. And from
These
underneath
guys are great.
his counter, he pulls out the most serrated and sharp seashell you've ever seen and places it proudly in front of Futon.
Seashell dart?
Yep.
Cool.
Ask
And he
him how
says
much.
that he's got 4 more of them, and if he wants them, he can have them for 2 gold or 3 fish.
Wow.
Yeah, alright then.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
2 gold each or for all of them?
A gold each for each of them?
He's asking,
Oh,
was it
yeah.
1 for each, a gold for each, or a gold for all 5 of them?
No, 2 gold for all 5.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, then I'll take them.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead and add a 5 dart plus 1. If you type in dart, you should be able to see a drop down of items, and you can just drag over dart plus 1 to your inventory.
oh.
While that's happening, this is just a logistics question. What's the ratio of each currency piece to the one above it? So, like, how many copper pieces is 1 silver piece?
10. I mean, I'm trying to keep it to just gold, so it's not
Yeah.
so complicated.
No, that's fine. I'm just
So,
curious.
which is why I just charged you for 1 gold for that.
Okay. So it's 10 to 1 for
but if you-
every level, if we were to
Yes.
play like that.
Like each crossbow bolt is 5 copper. So if you wanted to go into the math with it and fill it out yourself, you're welcome to do so.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm on the items window, but it's empty for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. So when you type in dart for the search, you don't come up with anything?
No. Nothing shows up for it, and I'll do anything on the items.
Try now.
Yes.
Oh, I see him.
Okay, there we go.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and remove that one that I added so that you can do it yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Sometime when we have another lull, either because Mike's busy typing conversation or whatever, I'd like to hear the story behind how Futon got good with darts.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted, Max? Other than the crossbow bolts? Okay.
That was all for me.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Goji's good.
Presumably, you're done with the merchant and you don't want to explore anything else in the village. Do you want to go with free Kuto? Do you want to go back to your first Kuto, or do you want to summon another one?
Whichever one, the free one that takes us where we need to go.
We can go back to the old friend.
The free
Okay.
one is different from our friend or the same?
There's two available ferries. One of them is Laguma, who claimed that he is able to ferry from beachside next to where you exited to here, which is Hulumba, and to the island that has the Goblin Fort. The other Kuotoa, you do not know what ferries he does.
Okay. My vote is toward the Goblin Fort / destination for the quest we've been given by the head honcho.
Yeah.
Oomba-loop.
Okay. You all march on over to the dock that he is stationed at, and as you approach, you can see that even though it's a fishy face, he practically beams at you and welcomes your continued patronage.
Fantastic.
I'm on the spot, aren't I? I gotta do the talking.
Honestly, if this gold ends up going to the Oomba-loop guy and it glows and absorbs into him, I'm fine with losing gold. This is awesome. Goji just kind of wants to see that happen
You
again.
can pay then.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Max. It's like he's the only
No,
one
it's
that's got
okay.
undercommon.
Yeah, no, I know. I forgot for a minute. I don't want to hold us up, but I hope you don't mind me narrating this because it's not really anything like, secrety.
No,
Vrisdan
yeah.
will just inform, like, hey, your lord asked us for a service. He said we would get free travel because we were working for him. We need you to take us to the Midling camp.
Also, Goji's anticipating that her goblin speech skills will get a workout here pretty soon.
And he beckons you onto his ship, ready to do the service for his great god,
All right.
great Lord Oombaloo.
Goji jumps aboard.
And you all proceed on being ferried to the Goblin Fort and the Goblin Fort Island. I don't know if you guys want to like play anything or do any kind of like story between each other, but it's just going to be pretty much the same travel as it was to here.
Okay.
You're going to be seeing the same sights, because if you were to hold on, let me see if I have ready for that.
Do we need to worry about crocodiles? That's what's on Goji's mind.
That is always a concern in any kind of travel. Although crocodiles is probably not the worst. That's probably not the worst thing that could happen. Okay, 1 second. So here we go. So this is a map that I found online. This is for after an abyss has influenced the Underdark, so that's why it's all looking red and very unnatural colored. But let's just pretend that this is
Underdog.
right. Let's just pretend that this is as normal as it can be in the Underdark, and the Dark Lake's actually black. So, add a player character knowledge. If you were to, and let me make that asset shared so that you guys can open it and
Oh
look
yeah.
at zoomed in and all that. But add a character knowledge. Menzoberran is above and to the right of Dark Lake, and you exited some tunnel straight southward. Although it was one, I need to narrow that. So that's where you were when you entered Dark Lake on the northeastern part of the Dark Lake. So then you reached the beach and took the ferry to Palumba, which let's say it's about that far eastern column of rock that's in the middle of Dark Lake.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Palumba would be. The Goblin Fort Island is a little bit to the east of that.
Okay.
So you won't see very much new as you're traveling with your friend Lagoon. So you're still going to be seeing the same moss-covered ceiling that illuminates the entire cavern, and the same little islands across the lake that you saw before. And as you travel, the Kuoto is just pushing away happily. Funnily enough, doing a small, poorly imitated hum of the dirge that Futon regaled you all last time. So now you've turned this Kuoto into a mimic dwarven pirate.
You've got your first fan.
Yeah.
Or groupie, if they keep coming.
Oh yeah, there we go. Groupie.
um, so he pushes you along, and finally you reach the island on which the Goblin Fort was set up, and at the base of it, of the beach that you arrived on, there's another little dock thing for the Kuotoa to place his vessel. And as you all disembark, he goes ahead and lets Vrisdan know that he will go ahead and wait here for a little bit, as certainly since Oombalup has ordered his will to be done, he should probably stay here just in case. And he just hangs around. If you wanted to, you could turn around and go back, or if you wanted to take on his, shall we say, service to provide whatever grog or fishy meals that he could grub up, you could ask him for that. Otherwise, if you were to turn around, you can see that there actually is a fort on this island, and you can see patrols of goblinoids around it. But you can also see that the island is big enough to proceed past the fort and presumably to wherever the flying lizard went off to, past some dancing lights.
Goji is going to toss Legume a gold piece as a tip.
Lagoon is just happily skipping and bowing at the same time at you.
And then she's going to turn to Futon and Vrisdan and ask, do we want to check out the fort, or do we want to just go to the flying lizard place?
See if we can get some information. By that, I mean you, but if they let us talk to them, we can try.
Vrisdan thinks maybe we should do a little scouting where the flying lizard is or landed before we go talk to the camp, but either direction works. He doesn't really mind doing one or the other first.
Then I think maybe let's see if we can talk to somebody at the fort first and get more information. Maybe they know something about the flying serpent lizard thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Goji's gonna march up and hail the first goblinoid she can interact with.
Okay. You march right on up the hill, and obviously, since it's the first goblin, it would just be a scout. And as a scout for a group of goblinoids, they would have to be a goblin. You march up to this goblin, and oh, you already started. Oh, you know both orc and goblin. Okay.
I'm just asking who is somebody we should talk, or who's in charge that we can talk to. Oh, the goblin says "oi" back to me. I started with "oi." She tells me the big head here is someone known as the Bitter. Oh. I didn't even get to ask my question. Up the hill, through the gate, and past the mangled Dwergar bits. Oh, good. Okay. All right. Visitors, whether he sees visitors or not, he or she, we don't know gender yet. Visitors is dependent on what you want, really. I'm just saying, okay, we'll go see the Bitter, and thank you.
And
says,
the
"Yep."
goblin continues on his patrol pattern.
Okay. Let's. What do you think, gang? Up the hill, through the gate, past the mangled Dwergar bits?
Nothing like mangled Dwargar bits, I suppose.
Can do.
All right, let's go.
So you proceed on up the hill and reach the gate of the fort, and you can see that there are a couple of orcs standing sentry above the gate and looking down on you, but make no move to stop your approach. And you proceed on through, and just like the goblin said, there are Duergar bits, but he did not elucidate on just how much Duergar bits. There's quite a bit. Um, Pretty grisly, pretty smelly. You can pretty much just tell that this group is not here on friendly relations with the Duergar city that's across from the lake. Uh, you proceed on through. You can see that is a fairly large amount of goblins. There are some orcs, and you can even see that there's an ogre to the side with a platform on his shoulders for some reason. And
A
you
platform, you said?
a platform. There
Oh.
is a platform on his shoulder. A fairly large platform. You could probably stuff in a fair few amount of goblins in there.
Why walk when you can ride?
Yeah,
right?
he's got a war ogre.
Uh, you can see that they're going through their daily routine of living, pooping, resting, setting up Durgars. And you can see that there is like this kind of not really a building, more like a shack in the middle. Because once you entered the fort itself, you could see that the the fort itself seems to be something that goblins did not make themselves. seems more like a place that they found. And in the shack, you could smell a more rancid odor of blood. And past it, you can see that there is an interior of the fort area, presumably wherever this bitter is. As you, I would imagine, avoid the shack and proceed into the interior of the main building of the fort, you pass this hobgoblin who is much bigger than the orcs and the other creatures outside of the ogre. And he just gives you this mean stink eye. But he does not stop you, just gives a brief glance to the drow and gives a slight nod to it. And you proceed into the building.
When Goji gets the stink eye from the hobgoblin, she does a little hand gesture. Not toward the goblin, just to herself. Warding off the evil eye.
Well, what kind of gesture was it?
You know the rock and roll devil horns? She just does that and kind of waves it in front of her chest.
Okay. The hobgoblin looks at you quizzically and tries to mimic the same gesture, but he does the wrong fingers. But you pass on through anyway.
Okay. All right.
So you pass into the building, and inside you see that it is lit by a furnace, not even a fireplace, but just a furnace. It glows in the middle of the room, providing meager heat and lighting for the room. And inside, you find a very dilapidated table. It's barely hanging on to whatever legs it has. And on it, there is a map that you cannot see from your position. And behind the table, you see another hobgoblin of similar size of the one outside. And unlike that one, this one is female, and presumably since they're the only uh, creature in this building, they are possibly the bitter.
Okay. Um, Goji's going to approach. She's going to try to speak to them first in common and just say, "Are you the bitter?"
Oh, I be Gangi the bitter.
Okay.
What you want? What?
All right, hang on. I guess so. How, like, I'm trying to think of how this would be appropriate to do it without trying to be insulting. But Goji's going to ask, like, what language is the most comfortable to converse in?
It's fine enough.
Okay. What do we want to know, you guys?
About the flying lizard.
Oh yeah, flying. Anything else? What else do we want to know?
Well, that's top of the list.
Maybe about what they're doing with the drow. Because what's his name? Fishman, Fish Lord.
Oombaloo?
Lord of all things wet and gloopy. Oombaloo, yes.
What?
Mentioned that they were preparing for something with the drow.
Mentioned that the goblin camp is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. First question here, bitter.
It's the bitter.
The bitter. Okay. First question, the bitter.
Aye.
Flying serpent, flying snake live nearby. You know anything about it?
Flying serpent. Oh, you mean the lizard? The flying lizard.
Flying lizard. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we know something of it. We just leave it alone. It'll just pick off a goblin here or there. Fly
Okay.
off back to its nest.
And it's out just a little bit past the fort here, right?
Yeah. If you go out through the gate, past the glowing bison out there, and go past them north, you should be able to reach wherever the land. Eat off our dead.
You don't seem too bothered that you're losing personnel to this flying lizard.
Who cares about goblins?
All right, fair enough. What is it that you're cooking up here with the drow?
When you say that, he turns to the drow next to you and gives a quizzical look and replies, "You don't know already? Well, we've been missioned to help them with their armies on their war with the Durgar. My group here is just a small contingent that's been set up for preparation war, while the rest of the clan marches here from the overland."
Okay. Goji turns to Futon and Vrisdan to see if they have any follow-up questions for this the bitter.
Nope. That is satisfactory to Vrisdan.
Mm-hmm.
So since you guys didn't know about this, why are you here then?
Hang on a second.
As you
We're
start
here to
to
make some
contemplate,
money.
there's an eyebrow going up on this hobgoblin's face.
We did not
It's
have.
not a it's
Goji
not a
did not
good
have a
eyebrow.
prepared answer. Okay, she scrambles and she says, we're going to kill that flying lizard for the Kuatoa village, and we just thought we'd stop by here first to see what you knew about it."
You can see that there is like a mulling over of this answer.
Look, Goji's got an
She's
intelligence of
glancing-
like
she's
6, so
Glancing
she's not going to
between
outsmart this
you
guy.
and she's glancing between you and the drow and the human and trying to puzzle together why, if they're not with the drow, why they're here
Okay.
and what they have to do with fish people.
All right. Goji's going to she's going to, draw herself up, full posture, tap her club on her leg as she does so, and just generally try to look imposing. And she's going to say, "Hey, we got all the information we came here for. We'll leave you alone and get out of your hair."
Give me a persuasion roll.
Would it be persuasion or would it be intimidation?
If you feel that's an intimidation, do intimidation.
Oh, yeah.
You pass.
Guy sucks. Okay. So he's going to let us go then?
Fine, get out of here. Don't bother me again.
All right.
When you go out there, make sure my brother doesn't look at you wrong either.
Who's your brother? Wait, no, I don't even want to ask that. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, Goji makes her way back to the door to get out of this building.
Okay. You march on back out, and as you're passing, you can see that the hobgoblin you passed previously is still gesturing with his hand, trying to figure out what finger's the right one to do, whatever it is that you did. And presumably you keep going.
No, Goji's going to walk over to the hobgoblin and not recreating the gesture herself. She's just going to show him. She's going to hold up which fingers she's using to make the gesture and see if he can copy it.
Hold on. Who are you saying that to, President?
Mostly just muttering to himself.
Oh, okay.
loud enough that if the hobgoblin spoke Undercommon, it would hear, but not like directed to them.
Well, I'm sorry to say they can understand under.
Oh no, good, great. Vrisdan is much happier with that outcome then.
Okay, hold on. So that was with that was with the bitter with Gengi, or the one out
As
here
we're walking out.
as you're walking out. Oh, okay. Um,
Like when the bitter said to not let her brother make eyes at us again, Vrisdan kind of rolls his eyes and turns to leave and is like, okay. More people should keep to themselves.
Ooh, shit.
okay, we'll just wait for Adam to come back.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
computer completely froze. No. So hey, since we have a moment here, I'm not. Are you guys familiar with the history of the sign against the evil eye?
I am
Uh,
not.
Only vaguely enough that when you did it, I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Not just a rock or something.
Yeah. So it seems like throughout human history, almost maybe not every culture, but lots of cultures have had what they consider the evil eye, which is somebody giving you a look that makes you feel uncomfortable. And historically, it was believed that you could be cursed by such a look. And so there were all kinds of different ways that people would try to counteract that curse. And so there were things like amulets were made for it. There were little prayers you could say to yourself to try to counteract it. And then there was specific hand gestures. And I don't know if it was like a universal one or not, but what we now call like the devil horns hand gesture was historically a hand gesture, I think, among the Roma against the evil eye. And the way that it got associated with rock and roll, I don't remember exactly who. I want to say it was Ronnie James Dio, whose grandmother was Roma, and she would make that hand gesture against the evil eye anytime that she felt like she'd been slighted by somebody or somebody gave her a bad look. And so he grew up and like really thought that gesture was awesome. And so when he became a rocker and on stage, he would just throw those horns up just as like, hey, this is a cool looking gesture. And the rock and roll like fan community just like loved it and adopted it, and that's where it got kind of the cultural cachet it has now.
That's pretty cool.
A little
Yeah.
bit of history for you.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome
Hey.
back, Adam.
Thanks.
As you are booting up Fantasy Grounds, I'll go ahead and say it out here, but I'm also gonna type it up. In response to what Vrisdan says, Gengi says to her brother, "Oh, you're back in."
Not quite. Still loading, but almost.
So Gengi proclaims something in Goblin to their brother
Oh shit.
outside. And as you were over there showing him the correct signage,
I was trying to
manages
help
to
this
do-
motherfucker
yeah,
out.
he manages to do it. And as he does it, proudly, all beaming face to you, he hears what his sister says, and abruptly loses all interest in you and the signal, and looks straight at Vrisdan and growls at them in Undercommon.
By the way, the translation, Goji will just. Well, I guess I'm not. It would be out of character, wouldn't it? Yeah, Goji's just gonna watch and see what happens here.
And as he says this, you can see around you the body parts of Durgar. So it's not been so dull.
Goji is just handling her club while this happens, and she's watching Vrisdan to try to get an idea of whether or not he is escalating or de-escalating the situation.
Escalating. You can see it on his face.
Okay. All right.
He is one step below fuming.
Oh shit. All right, Goji's gonna assume a fighting stance then.
As you take a fighting stance, you see that there are the goblinoids around the camp start looking towards you in interest, but not moving towards you yet.
Okay. Maybe out of character knowledge, but Goji's thinking to herself that if we get into a fight here, we probably won't have to deal with. No, that wouldn't be true. Never mind. Sorry. If we get into a fight here, it's likely that if we can kill the boss, maybe the goblins don't want to fight us afterwards, given how much he doesn't care about goblin lives, it seems. She, right? The bitter's a she?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
Give me a persuasion roll on.
Sure. Where is that skill?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hey, I've got a +1. There's always a chance, baby. No, there's not a chance.
Oh. Okay. That disengaging movement is enough to infuriate the goblin and hobgoblin in addition to what you stated. And he proclaims, and with that proclamation, the goblins start to lose their weaponry and instead start to gather around you, more in like an audience gathering around a spectacle. And the goblin marches away towards the center of the circle that's being built and awaits expectantly.
Wait,
And while this is happening, Genji also marches out of the building with a smug look on her face and just looks to see what happens.
I don't like the laconic answer you just gave. I don't even know what it was, but I don't like it.
And he draws his weapon and waits for you to prepare yourself.
Goji takes her club and approaches. Am I closest to the bitter or the brother?
You're closer to the bitter, and the bitter turns to you and says, "If you don't want to be slain, then you should probably back down and let your friend fight by themselves."
Ooh, okay. She's glad she said something. Okay, she's still pissed off, but she heard Vrisdan say hold, and she's going to she's gonna refrain for the moment. She does get sick of people talking for too long, though. It bothers her.
I mean, to be fair, this hobgoblin is attempting to end conversation. He's ready for a fight. So you're gonna have to do something to get out of this.
Vrisdan casts divine favor on himself.
Okay, go ahead and yeah, go ahead and do me initiative roll, Max.
Oh, we got a fucking duel? Is that what we got?
Yep.
Yeah, he challenged me to single combat.
Combat playlist, here we go.
Well, you're gonna get first turn.
Sick.
Okay, give me a.
While this is being plotted out, Goji is going to keep one eye on the fighters preparing to duel. With the other one, she's going to be staring down the audience of goblins that's surrounded us and just kind of generally like giving them a look that means stay the fuck back.
To be fair, it's more like telling you to stay the fuck back. How do I do this?
He came and went in just one moment. Oh, he's back, and he's coming back.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do it to not include the other two.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you can.
You could just make us
Well, I could
last
just
and then
skip
skip
over
over
them.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll do.
Do we need to roll initiative, or can you input an initiative for us?
Only if you want to jump in and cause some serious
Nope.
shit to happen.
Nope. Unless it starts to look, ill for Vrisdan or something. But
I only
Okay.
have 9 of God's honest hit points. It is already looking ill.
Can you see him on the field?
No.
Okay, hold on.
In the combat tracker, you mean? No, I cannot. Oh.
map.
Oh, you can't see the guy on the combat map?
Uh,
There we go. There we go. There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
okay.
Okay.
Oh shit. Another really good looking map.
Yeah, I really like these maps, man. I'm
Yeah, this is a good
pretty
one.
glad. I'm pretty glad I signed up for that system.
All right. You all ready?
Yep, your go.
I walk up and I'm gonna do my classic 2-hit.
Okay. And like I said, around the two, there is this circle of goblins and orcs, and outside of it is the ogre that was against the corner, and next to you two is Gengi, making sure you guys don't move around too much.
Next to me and Futon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are not involved in the fight unless you want to.
Noted.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh. Second hit. No.
No.
That's my turn.
Goji is checking with Futon on what kind of healing materials we have. Looking through our
As far
inventories.
as I'm aware.
Yeah. Just seeing if we have anything that might help when he goes down.
I don't think so. We should have checked in the shop.
Hmm. I think I've got bandages, but that's about it.
Oh, nope. Your turn again.
Now I swing.
God
Now
damn.
he swings.
I will say I did not expect it to go this way so quickly.
Oh.
The hobgoblin swings, and he swings so badly that he moves enough of a bad position that you could take an opportunity.
That seems unsporting in a duel.
What?
You're surrounded by
Let him.
goblins.
Let him.
If Vrisdan doesn't wait, are you really passing up the chance for the opportunity?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This hobgoblin says, "Nah." That's a hit. And hold on. You take 2 damage.
Okay. Oh, it already did it.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it did a second roll, or was that you?
That was no. It
Oh, that was your
automatically also did my
yeah.
concentration check.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's cool. Wow.
Mm.
And then it's his turn.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, he didn't. He hit me, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
What was the
I didn't
damage?
take any damage.
Why is it saying this?
I think
Looks like you rolled
an
another
additional
attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Hold on.
I think there's a way to roll a critical even after, like, the critical is not automatically logged from rolling a 20. I don't remember how, though. Or you could just roll 2 dice.
No
2 dice is
way.
unnecessary.
So the hobgoblin knocks you down and hits you with enough force to where your chainmail causes you severe issues with your breathing. Lying down on the floor, and he says, "Do not ever threaten to take away my eyes." And he marches away, and the goblins boo and jeer at you all, and begin to disperse, all while your friend is lying there on the floor.
Holy shit. And just to be clear, the brother and the bitter want nothing to do with either one of us, right?
Well, the brother is the one that kicked the shit out of
Yeah,
him.
no, I know, but he's not like turning to us and being like, "You're next."
No,
He's
no.
honoring the duel.
He's walking away, and he's giving off the hand gesture at you.
Oh, what a punk. Holy shit. All right.
And
Goji's going to run up and make sure Vrisdan's not dead because he got
Yes.
hit pretty hard there at the end.
no, he's not dead. So after that that exercise, out you can go ahead and give yourself 1 HP. And if you want to heal yourself, or if you guys want to get the hell out of that fort, possibly take a rest outside, you can.
Looking at it, I don't have anything that would do any healing at all. Which I guess makes sense because my skills in medicine are terrible. Vrisdan, you're conscious now?
I don't think I am. Went down.
Yeah, go ahead and just give yourself 1 HP, and I'll just say that you're conscious, and you can help. You can walk out with the assistance of your friend, but while you're doing so, you can still hear the jeers and laughter around you.
So Goji motions toward Futon and she motions to Futon to do the same thing that she's doing. She grabs one of Vrisdan's arms, puts it around her shoulders, and goes to hoist him up. And assuming Futon does the same thing, we're gonna kind of fireman carry him out of the fort to the nearest exit. Hopefully the north exit, because that's the way that the bidders said to go to get to the flying lizard.
You all proceed on out, and you exit the fort with no further cause of injury upon any of you, other than whatever pride you had. And I assume that you're gonna want to take a short or a long rest
I
to
mean,
recover your spell.
To the crew.
it's I think
If Vrisdan has a hit point, he's fine to go.
Mike, can you tell us, is there enough space on this island that we could reasonably take a long rest without needing to worry too much about? Like we're far enough away from the fort that we're not, going to hear jeers and.
I mean, you could try going down to the dock.
Okay, and just to be clear, is the flying lizard on this island, or we have to cross to another island?
You do not know because you've not seen anything past the fort. But assuming that Vrisdan gave the information to the group, that the nest of the flying lizard is past the fort and past the dancing glowing light area.
Yeah, that's right.
And via the bidder, you learn that the area where those dancing lights is where those underground bison are, and that the flying lizard makes its nest somewhere north of that while feeding on the goblins it abducts.
Okay. All right, I'm proposing a long rest. Because Goji, regardless of what Vrisdan says, Goji watched him get the living shit kicked out of him. And it seems to her, given her experience with combat, that a long rest would be called for.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
so-
sure. I can get my spell slots and stuff back too, because we haven't rested in a little while, right?
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Yeah, not since the fight at the river, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew how to do this. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, that should be all reset now. So, you all go back down to the dock and you make your small makeshift bedrolls, and I assume make watch rotation with Brisbane possibly just letting him sleep through the night.
Futon and me can split the watch. That's fine.
And making sure that not only whatever wildlife may come up from the water down the hills, but whatever goblins are mean enough to harass you won't. And you take your rest. And I think this is an okay time to take a break.
Yeah, we're midway.
Sure thing.
And now I need to figure out.
Sorry, you first.
No, I'm sorry. I just need to figure out how to get rid of that unconscious effect. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Goji is going to wonder during the break, but she's not going to ask because Vrisdan's been sleeping all this time. But she's going to wonder what Vrisdan thinks about revenge. So she'll ask that question when we come back from our out of character break.
Okay, so before we do that, Max, I will go ahead and say that you get 20 XP out of that.
Oh, okay.
And as for Goji and Futon, take 10 XP. for coming out of that without fighting.
Restraint.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a break then.
Okay, back in. You want to come back in like 10 minutes?
Yep, that sounds
Okay.
good.
See you guys then.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I zoned out.
Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to read up on. Okay. So we come back to the recovery of our brave drow, and after a night, nothing untoward happened to your group. Uh, in the distance, you can still hear the faint laughter, because apparently they have nothing better to do over there. And your group prepares for a new day, seeking out the very valued treasure of Great Umbalu. And I assume that once you've all gathered yourselves and waved goodbye to your friend, and you march northward and see what new, shall we say, horizons are available to you.
Yep. Toward the where the underground bison, is that what you said?
Yes,
The glowy lit up place with the underground bison?
that's correct. So, as you all march away, Legume is frantically waving away goodbye to you, all happy and peppy. And you march around the fort, and I imagine stoically face away from it, not giving any pleasure to them. And you proceed on down the island, which you find to be larger than expected, uh, as it goes a little bit further than you would have assumed and dips down into the water slightly, leaving a sandbar that's covered by water, leading to a smaller triangle of island connected to this main larger one. And as you progress, you cross a little creek area, and you can see ahead of you some glowing lights ahead in a on one of the islands. And assuming that you approach it, you see that there's nothing here other than trees and grass and actual bison that are roaming around, eating away. And every now and then you can see out of nowhere appear these lights dancing around. And finally, one of the bison-looking figures, who are called Deep Growth, look to you and they notice you. And instead of the normal call that you would expect from a large creature like this, uh, you hear no sound, but you see that uh, a glowing light appears around the group of bison, and it seems to prolong itself and move in some kind of way that seems like communication. And the other bison start to turn towards you and become wary of your approach, but do not charge at you. As you look at them, they are very woolly and with massive shoulder humps, with um, inward curling horns, and still no sound is made by them. But the glowing lights begin to increase in tempo and speed, as it seems that these creatures do not make communication outside of using this magic of lights.
Hmm. Okay. Does it seem like we can safely skirt the perimeter of this group if we haven't drawn their aggression yet?
It seems like they will not move towards you, and there seems to be enough space on this small little island to go around them if you chose to.
Okay. Which would you say left or right is the best direction to go to skirt around them?
Towards the left is a more rocky, how to say it? A more rocky,
Terrain?
terrain, yes. More rocky terrain. Towards the left, there are more sparse trees. Possibly give you cover if one chose to rush at you. I don't know. But either way, it'll take you to this place, leading you further on into this little mini archipelago that you have going on.
Okay. Assuming the rest of the group is cool with it, Goji's gonna make her way to the left and hazard the rocky terrain to get around these weird creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Vrisdan will cast guidance on you.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Mm. I gave it
as
to you
you-
twice.
Good thing it's a cantrip.
Yeah. Oh, there. I can get rid of one. Wonderful.
As you progress, the deep growth continue to watch you. Every now and then you see that the lights appear again, and they change in size and general pulse that they give off. Again, seeming like communication that these creatures use. And as you progress away from them, some of the back ones away from you start to lose interest in you and go back to feeding. But the ones closer to you are still watching you as a group.
Okay.
And I assume that if you choose to, you don't interact with them and progress on your way.
Yeah, Goji doesn't have a reason to get aggressive with them.
No.
Unless anyone else in the group wants to fuck around.
Okay. 1 second, and I'll go ahead and give you image of creature.
Hmm.
So there's just this group of these very large and woolly bison underground, and since you have chosen not to interact with them, go ahead and take another 10 XP for each of you. And just for information, these are called deep growth, and they're from one of the Dungeons and Dragons books called Monsters of the Multiverse.
Hmm.
And these deep growth are used as generally as beasts of burden underground. And these are just some feral ones that live here on this island.
Cool. Okay.
So you, like I said, you all get 10 XP from avoiding combat, and you progress on, and you go northward. And as you go, you see that you still have not found a flying lizard, whatever that is. But you see that there seems to be some kind of like little altar thing on this last island that you're approaching, within a high rising little canyon thing that of wall on each side of the altar, with your entrance being the only venue to it. In the altar, you can see that there is a a rising stone slab within a puddle of some kind of liquid within a pond-like system. And again, you see no flying lizard, but at the very center of the little altar, you can see at the very ground of it that there is a paw item there.
Hmm. About how far in front of us is this altar in the pond area?
Assuming you stopped right at the edge of the island leading into the little canyon,
Mm-hmm.
I would say you're about 40 feet.
Okay. And is the canyon? I'm
I
assuming
mean,
like
I say canyon.
Yeah.
It's just the rise of
Yeah.
walls to either side, going up about 15 feet.
Okay. Is it reasonable that, say, Goji could scramble up one side of him to try to get a look of what would be on the other side? Just to make sure that there's nothing, if we walk right up to the altar, her thinking is something could come up over the top and surprise us. She just wants to get up on top and see the other side and make sure there's nothing
Yeah,
on the other
sure.
side.
You can give a climb if you want.
Okay. Should I roll or I'm just going to do it?
No. You just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
You climb up. Which side do you climb up?
Left side. We've gone left
You climb
before.
up
It's
the left
worked out.
side. Okay. Okay. So you climb up the left canyon. Is everybody climbing up the wall, or is it just Goji?
In Goji's head, it was just her because she's just gonna
Yeah.
just serving as a scout essentially. But if everybody wants to come on up here, she's not gonna say no. Party on the gorge wall.
Yeah, no. Vrisdan is not a natural climber.
No.
Okay. So Goji climbs up the left wall, and how stealthy are you being? Are you just climbing, or are you just trying to be stealthy to see if you...
I'm using the same level of stealth we've used to get to this point so far, which is to say,
Okay.
not very much.
Okay.
I don't like the look of that.
So you climb up the wall, and as you reach the top, you can see over the edge, and you see that it is a flat area in kind of like a V formation around, and it is just as rocky as the walls indicated. And upon reaching the top and looking, you can see to your right on the other top of wall that there is a figure there, and just as you notice it noticed you as well.
Okay.
And as you look at it, you can see that it is indeed lizard-like, and it has wings. And in that brief instant of exchange of looks, you recognize it to be a kobold. And this kobold...
Whoa! Yay! I love kobolds.
This kobold
That's out of character.
looks at you. I'm just over here thinking about it, man. Just hanging on the lip of the damn wall. Oh, I love kobolds!
Yeah, that was not an in-character moment, just to be clear.
Oh, I'm sorry. So anyway, the kobold at the same time realizes what it is looking at, and it proclaims, "Oh, I love orcs!" No.
Burgeoning
It looks at
romance
you.
right here.
And exclaims, and it says nobody understands that. The kobold stands up and flutters its very miniature wings at you aggressively, but makes no move to move towards you.
Okay. And the my companions on the ground can see all this, right?
No.
Oh,
They can just see you hanging at the top of the wall, stopped, and they heard some kind of language being spoken that they do not recognize.
oh, okay. Goji's just gonna call down to them. The flying lizard's a kobold. He's on the other side of the gorge from me here.
This flying lizard has a name, Runt.
Oh, and he speaks common.
From way down where Vrisdan and Futon are. Hi, flying lizard!
Wow, that was really, it's an excellent effect.
I know, right?
That's perfect.
Futon just gives you a thumbs up.
I'm still laughing. I'm sorry.
What's your name? Goji calls out.
My name is Boongla. And I'll go ahead and type it out.
Okay.
Ah, crap. It's still on Draconic. Anyway, my name is Boongla. What are you guys doing in my perch?
Okay, it's at this point, is it am I hanging, how am I perched on top?
I don't know. We left you off just like looking over the edge, but you both noticed each other right when you were looking.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say I'm kind of crouched as if I was, scrabbling up the side of this embankment. So I'm crouched on the top of it, looking in his direction.
Okay, so as you rise over the lip of the wall and get into a crouched position, the kobold takes a further knee and just prepares for whatever action may happen, whether it is to fight back or fly away.
Okay.
And says, you better not be here for my treasure.
Goji is going to say, oh, wait, I did actually. Does he know about Vrisdan and Futon? Yeah, because Vrisdan called out to him, right?
Yeah, Goji yelled out to them, and then Vrisdan said something. So
yeah. Okay. 1 second. Goji's going to say to Bungla, do you want to come down so we can talk?
Well, I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly nothing, sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, you can go down first, and I'll just stay up here.
How high up is Goji from us?
About 12, 15 feet, depending on which wall you go up.
Beautiful.
Okay.
While Goji is still up there, Vrisdan is going to cast Bless on the whole party. Oh, wow, why? It delayed and then I did it a billion times. I apologize.
We are triple blessed.
Well, I think this kobold's gonna get wrecked if you do that.
Yeah, don't worry, I can.
Okay, Goji is while she feels the bless effect hitting her, she's going to talk. She's going to try to stall Bungla, and she's motioning with her right hand down toward, like, kind of behind her back. She's motioning toward Vrisdan and Futon to try to sneak in and grab that paw-looking thing. And she's going to say, meanwhile, to Bungla, we're not here for your treasure. We just heard there was a flying lizard, and we wanted to see what it was.
I am not a lizard. I'm a kobold.
Okay, I'm just saying everybody else calls you a flying lizard. Now we know you're a kobold.
Nobody knows my worth.
Oh god.
Call me a lizard.
He's got self-esteem issues, guys.
So, are the other two moving towards the paw or no?
Yeah, I'll try and see.
Okay, I am seeing
Vrisdan-
a pattern here.
Vrisdan really wants to...
And it's not the pattern I expected at the start of this campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, shall I do a stealth roll?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Could I somehow give advantage by like making loud noises to distract from Futon sneaking around?
That was supposed to be an orcish. I'm sorry.
Sure, go ahead and. I mean, he passed the roll, but let's just say that the kobold's only aware of you and Goji.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is-
Meanwhile, Goji's gonna keep stalling for time.
Oh, okay.
And the
But-
Sturm, she's saying to Vrisdan, like, "Hey, cool it, dude. Just chill for a second."
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, as Futon is sneaking up to the pedestal, and Vristan is just yelling away down there, his bloodlust.
So what color
Boomlight.
kobold is it? Is it friendly? Male or female?
Uh,
Horns? Claws?
Are
little
you saying this all in
little
orc or
tiny
common?
wings. Hard to tell gender from here. Seems friendly, but also seems a little perturbed.
I'm not friendly whatsoever.
He's not
Stay with my
friendly.
treasure.
Tell them I say hi.
My
That's the
weird
kind of stuff
companion
I'm
down
using
there
to
says
distract when
hi.
I'm talking
No.
to it.
No, yeah. So, as all that is happening, Futon managed to approach the pedestal without notifying the kobold of his presence and attempt. And as he reaches the pedestal and reaches down for the paw, he does see that the paw is actually just a paw. In fact, it's a lucky rabbit's paw.
Hmm.
And as he reaches down to grab it, the liquid around him begins to move. And I would like an initiative roll, please.
From all or from?
From all of you, yes.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'll start doing the math. He's fine. I'm trying to find. There we go. That should work.
Vrisdan, we gotta do something about your rolls, bro.
Yeah. Look, I used all the good ones the last couple sessions.
Oh man.
Do you remember when I was hitting things like 2 times
Yeah.
and carrying out? Your
Oh, yeah.
guys is trying to carry me for a little bit so I can recharge.
That's
Right.
fair.
Okay, so Hey, Adam, were you targeting Goji before or something?
What, sorry?
Well, I don't know, because for some reason when I'm moving your character to set this up, it's got an arrow straight to
It does. On the combat tracker, it says that
Oh.
he's targeted.
Apparently
No,
so.
I was just curious. It's like, what
I
is
might
that?
have
Adam spoiled the double agent surprise coming this session.
Oh no!
Must have been an accident. I don't know how to get rid of it.
I think when we have the map up, you should be able to just click the clear targets button on the top right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
I'll just look and see if I could do it without that, but doesn't look like it.
Okay, so just so you guys know, this is the first instance where I'm having to use an image that I put in as a replacement for just like the blank whatever for a creature.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how big the size of the creature that's next to Futon is for you guys whenever you do the avatar.
An avatar view. Let me look.
But the creature is a small creature, so that's probably why it's so small.
It does look small. Yep.
on the-
And it's small, but it's there. I can see it.
Yeah, it's
pretty good
kinda-
too.
I put it in as tiny. But yeah, this is another creature from the book I mentioned before. So the image is not as close to as what I described, but let's just say that Goji's at the top of the wall to the left,
Mm-hmm.
the kobold's on the wall to the right, and Futon is next to the Obelix spawn, which is in a type of ooze. Out of character, since none of you would know this, but an Obelix is a creature that feeds not just on a body, it feeds on the memories of the body and eventually consumes those memories to form into that memory.
Oh God. Nice knowing you, Futon.
And Vrisdan is down at the bottom. And
There I am.
let's see. Since this is a surprise round, I will go ahead and give a roll again. Futon. Oh, no.
Boy, the winged kobold sure is cute. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the stock image that they had for kobold in the system.
It's like a cute little baby. I just don't know how you can't love a tiny little species of guy that loves dragons and thinks they're awesome warriors and they're just little tiny cannon fodder. They're just the best. I love them.
Okay, it's your turn now, Goji.
Okay, could you tell me, you said I'm like 12 feet above the main surface area there?
That's correct.
Would it be possible for me to kind of scramble down from where I'm at, or would I need to go back the way I came? Back
You
around
could
down to
scramble
where...
down.
Okay.
Let me see.
And then I guess, so Futon saw the Oblex when he got to the pedestal. Have Goji or Vrisdan detected it yet?
Vrisdan is not aware of it unless somebody tells.
Okay, but Goji has seen it?
Goji would immediately be able to see it looking down after, I assume, Futon cries out.
Yes, in Dwarven.
Just emits a bagpipe noise.
Yeah, I think I'd like to scramble down from the wall to where my token is now, and target. I gotta remember how I do this. Hang on one second. It's been so long since we've had combat. Target mode.
Well, for some of you.
Target the Oblex spawn with a crossbow attack. Oh yeah.
That definitely is.
Okay, and then my damage here. Ooh, it auto-calced. Thank you. It auto-calced the, or auto rolled the critical.
The critical damage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
With that critical, with your crossbow, right?
Yes.
You shoot this crossbow with such accuracy that you manage to shoot it right where a slight movement of the ooze causes a skull that it's using as a focus for its memories to weave into a position to get hit by the bolt. This causes enough damage that the ooze is slightly disoriented and cannot tell exactly where it is in relation to Futon. So should Futon wish to on his next turn, he can move away without taking up that.
Oh.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's good. I'm done.
It is your turn, Futon.
Would I be able to attack it before I get away from it?
Can, yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'll try that. Get my little hammer out.
Give it a small bump. That's a hit.
Ah.
Okay, so that 10.
Oh, I didn't target it yet, but there. Sorry.
No, I got it.
Goji grows in size.
Goji is pissed.
And then I'll step back a bit, like a few squares. Out there, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we
It
go.
Wow, that's
is
like
now-
a perfect little soundbite.
I know, isn't that great?
It's exactly the right length.
Okay, so what is...
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed when Futon took damage.
Oh, he got ambushed.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, the Ublex spawn got a surprise round.
Got it.
Mhm.
the winged kobold will take his wings and fly over the ooze, and as it progresses past it, it will go ahead and drop a rock to try to hit it.
Oh, you mean the kobold is fighting it too?
Well, presumably it wants the treasure back.
Oh. I figured they were in league together somehow.
Damn, this ooze beat. It's your turn now, Pearson.
It
Vrisdan.
me.
You.
Just to note, are the grids like the one we see here on the map, or is it how much you move when you?
Just 5 feet per square.
Yeah, sure. Is it the squares from the map or the squares from Fantasy Grounds, though?
Just the map. Just go with the
Oh,
map.
okay. All right. In Orcish still, I guess. Vrisdan will ask Goji, who are we fighting here?
And she's going to respond to that puddle of ooze.
How hurt are you, Futon?
About half, I think. Yeah.
He's at 6
you
of
got-
10.
You got
What are you
4
planning
left.
to do here? Are you gonna run back in? Because I'll heal you. Otherwise, Vrisdan's gonna try and bonk.
I mean, I think Goji's been quite good with it. I think he might be able to take it out, possibly.
Okay. In that case, you'll get your healing next round. 2 hits. Tanom.
That's a miss.
One of these days.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
Almost. That's a miss.
And now you might want to move away, dude.
I mean, it only hit once, right?
Okay.
Plus, I missed it twice, so maybe it's not mad at me.
It just thinks you're over there.
Oh, this guy's here to lightly fan me.
He's cooling me off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yours will be the last skull I absorb.
Okay. It goes after the kobold.
Oh no! Bungla! Oh no!
It's
No!
never been more over than it is right this very moment.
No!
Boongla is so dead. Rip Boongla. Get your prayers in.
Oh, dude, he's so close.
Oh no, Bungla.
Goji, it is your turn after this.
All
piece of
right.
Ooze is just smacking everybody. He's hitting pretty hard too.
Okay. Goji is going to approach. I guess she doesn't run past the kobold because we don't know that necessarily the kobold isn't trying to kill us too. She's going to approach here and attack with her club.
That's a hit.
Okay, hang on one second. There we go.
And you smack this Oblix to dust, spreading its matter all across the liquid that was there.
Sweet.
So, all this green liquid and remnants of its previous prey splatter across the altar and the pool that it was submerged in, and honestly, on all 3 of the occupants next to it as well.
Ew.
The winged kobold is on the puddle now, just whinging and somewhat sobbing at the pain that he's feeling.
Oh. So it has combat ended, or we still have the prerogative to kill the kobold if we so wanted?
If you really want to, you can.
Okay, Goji. This is the end of Goji's turn. She turns and gives Vrisdan a look.
Okay,
Which
Futon, it is your turn.
I mean, if it's near death, it might be nicer to put down resistance.
Oh man! Says the guy who loves rats and pigeons. Fuck this kobold.
Yeah, if it's close to death, you put it out
You
with
gotta
misery.
draw a line somewhere.
Oh man.
The lizards start flying. That might be the line.
I'd do the same for a rat if it was suffering.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, Goji's not. She's not saying or doing anything. It's your turn. So if you if you want to throw a falcon punch at it, be my guest.
I'm gonna see if I can throw one of my darts at it.
Intercept, Goji.
Just dive like a Secret Service agent.
Oh my god. That's a hit, yep. That's definitely a hit. Oh no, don't even bother. It was at 1 HP.
Yeah, exactly. It was suffering.
You tell yourself whatever you have to, buddy.
Okay, so you toss the dart. Do you go for a merciful end, or do you like throw it in a certain spot just to kill it?
Yeah, just make sure it's like fast. So I guess through the brain.
Right now. With the final toss of a dart within the brain of the kobold, you have slain all your enemies at this location. Uh, this session is great. You each get 33 XP, granting you
33.
all the
A
chance to level up.
level. Hot damn. This
So I don't
will
know
be
if you guys
interesting.
want to go ahead and do that now or wait a little bit.
I vote now because we've been waiting for this this is our 4th session now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to it.
All right, go ahead and let me know if you need help.
Okay, let's see. First, I enter the XP. How much did you say? 30?
33.
33. Whoops. No, wait. 282 plus 33 is 310. Level up.
That was easy.
I'm just reading my
It's gonna be too hard.
action search
since you're
feature
just
here.
not having to choose your
Mhm.
specialization and all that.
I think you get a lot more at level 3.
Summary.
I don't get a ton at level 3 because I already picked my subclass as a cleric. But like it just walks you through it. It shows you step by step what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing there. It's pretty
Yep.
cool.
Plus, at level 3, you should be able to get more spells, right?
I get one more spell and one more spell slot. Yeah.
Okay,
When is
so
it that you get
that being done.
second level?
Mm.
Second
Next level.
spells? Yeah. then-
Every other level, you gain a new level of spell.
right.
Level.
Level.
Okay, so here's my question now. Now that I've leveled up, when I go back to my fighter class, where we're entering XP, it still says my total level is 1 and my next level XP is 300. How does that get updated?
So click
You just
on
gotta type
total.
it.
Yeah, you gotta type to 2.
Yeah,
Total
I'm
level?
trying that. And
No,
it's-
it does total level for you. For next level, you just click on it, and then you're gonna type the number you put in. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
mine
900.
went
for
up to
level
2.
3.
Mine did not go up to 2. It's still 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, go down to where it says
Hmm.
fighter and then
Yeah.
go across to level underneath. That box you put to 2.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Got it. All right.
And then
I was
for
trying to
your
update the
next
total
level, so the XP
Yeah, it
you-
updated both of those for me, Pem. Like
Yeah,
automatically.
same.
So for your actual XP, you
Mhm.
keep that as it is. You don't
Yep.
have to start over. It
Got
rolls
it.
over.
Yep.
So your next level will be at 900.
Got it. Okay. That's what I needed help with. Thank you. All set. Leveled up. Goji's feeling good. She let out a good roar. She had her fanfare played a couple times for her. She's feeling her oats.
Okay. So we got through the leveling,
Mhm.
and now let's see here. So at
BRB
the
less than 1
altar,
minute. Vrisdan's gonna be away for a second.
okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh no, I guess I didn't have anything to say. Never mind. Sorry.
Attention, attention! I have nothing to say.
Stand back. I am not going to say anything. Yeah, in character, Goji doesn't care about that kobold dying one bit. Out of character, I'm wondering if we could have made it a friend, but that's fine.
In character, I was putting out of his misery, I saw how much pain it was in.
We have a cleric.
You have a bloodthirsty cleric.
Yeah, that's true. Our cleric is bloodthirsty.
Back.
Welcome
Back.
back. Okay, so as before, the paw that you've been looking for is at the foot of the pedestal altar item, and from the kobold, once you rummage through its meager belongings, you find a short sword and surprisingly a heavy crossbow as well.
Hmm.
In case any of you want to add it, as well as a quiver of 10 normal crossbow bolts.
Where can I go to compare the heavy versus my light crossbow?
Okay.
Heavy's gonna do D10, light's gonna do D8. They use the same stat, so your same bonuses.
Ah, okay.
So
You go to
are you
me. That's who you go to. I know everything.
so when you open the item menu and you type in crossbow, do you see all the items that are coming up or no?
Where is the item menu?
It's a
Uh,
bag.
I'm paying on the right side.
Yes. For me, it only says dart +1 still.
okay, so I need to share that. Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys go to,
Oh,
I
items.
think, is it modules? You might have to activate the player's handbook. I know
Oh,
I do have to do that.
m-
And it should
maybe.
auto-populate with all the other stuff you're going to be missing.
I mean, I've got everything here, it looks like.
Oh, it's just me then.
Okay. So
Load it in.
Pem, you should be able to see all these options for crossbows. So right now you have, what do you have? You have a light crossbow. So if
Yeah.
you scroll down, you should be able to see heavy crossbow under 5e SRD data.
I've got everything now.
Heavy
That's my
crossbow.
issue.
Yeah, I'm seeing it in the weapons list. Yeah.
If you click on the item link itself, you should open up a description of it, telling
Mm-hmm.
you what it does.
Got it. 1d10. Yep. Okay.
And then if you want to take it for yourself, you should just be able to like click on the little dragon icon
Mhm.
and drag it over to your inventory.
Ooh, okay. Hang on. Let's try that. 1 second. Get out of the way. That work? Yes, it did. Okay. And
Okay, and
now
then
I just want to
then
arm it.
yeah, go to your action tab,
Mm-hmm.
and you should be able to drag the little icon over there too,
From the weapons list.
or the items list, whichever one you use.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure that when I drag it over there, I'm not accidentally giving myself 2 crossbows, right? It's not gonna.
I mean, one will be light and one will be heavy.
Yeah, I know. I'm just. Oh wait, I can just equip it right here,
Whichever.
and then unequip this. Carried, not equipped. Okay, now let's look at actions. No, it's still listing the.
I think that's
Light
just a
crossbow.
flavor thing, like saying what's being used and all that, or what's
No, it
being
does have an
carried in your
effect.
backpack.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to unequip my shield to like lower my armor class to what it should be.
And when I go back to
Uh,
the actions tab, the weapon is still listed as light crossbow because it's still got 1d8.
Well, the best way I know to do is carry over the icon.
Okay, I'll just try that.
Yeah, Pam, I just unequipped my hand crossbow and it's still showing up. So I think that just, as long as it's in your inventory, it will show up in your actions, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't want it to.
I don't design the thing, Pam. I can't help you.
Okay. I mean, we don't have to fuck with this right now. I can always. Oh wait.
I mean, more than likely, considering how long it takes between sessions, you probably forget.
Yeah. I'm gonna type in that I'm putting it in my backpack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna type in here that I'm putting it in my hand and see if that makes a difference when I go to the actions tab. No, it's still. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, we can deal with this the next time we get into a fight if we need to, because I don't want to take all our time. Huh?
I'm practicing my martial arts, and I attack the the stone thing.
You gave it a critical hit on the stone pedestal.
You see the
Nicely
crack
done.
of God going down the stone plinth.
I only know one crack of God, and it shows whenever he bends over.
Oh,
Thank you.
what the hell? I'm getting a little peeved that I can't put the... It should be really intuitive how you arm your weapon, I would think. Oh, you know what I bet it is? Is
What
the
do you
heavy
bet it is?
crossbow probably two-handed, right?
Yeah.
And I can't hold it
Um,
while I'm using a club, I bet.
Mm.
Two-handed, yep. Okay. Is there an easy way to switch between weapons when you're...
Mm-mm.
In combat or in
Yeah.
the menu?
Uh,
I
sorry.
would require you to use either your reaction or bonus action.
To switch from one to the other?
I mean, that would mean that you wouldn't be able to do an opportunity attack or whatever reaction or bonus action you do.
Right. Maybe it's not worth it to use the heavy crossbow then. If I can keep the light one in my hand at the same time I've got my club, that's actually kind of... Okay, you know what? Here, let's just say we're carrying the heavy. We'll keep the light equipped for now.
I was looking at my information. It seems that I can use a short sword, so if that's alright, I'll take that. Gives me a bit more damage. It's 6 rather than
Sure, yeah.
4. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Wait a second. Hang on a second. Now where the hell
Hanging?
did the light crossbow go? Oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm sorry. Ugh. All right. I'm done wasting everybody's time. I promise. Actually, that's not a
Just
promise I
keep
can
going.
keep. I'm sorry.
Okay. And in addition to those items, you also found 40 pieces of gold, whichever way you guys want to split that up. And let's see here.
There were 10 crossbow bolts there, right?
Yes.
Pem, is Goji taking that along with the heavy crossbow, or?
I think at this point I might just sell the heavy crossbow. So if you want the bolts, go for it. I only used one in that fight.
Sure. I mean, I'll hold on to him that way. If
Yeah.
you ever do need more, I can just pass them to you.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Lol,
In
script.
addition to all those items, Vrisdan, as you walk away with your handful of crossbows, you catch a glint, and as you look towards it, you realize it's not because of happenstance. You actually felt pulled to look there, and when you look, you see an item that practically calls out to you. And as you look at it, you see that it is a small carved feminine hand that seems to cradle. And I assume you reach out for it.
Yeah. Vrisdan will
you
pick it up.
you take it up in your hand, and knowledge fills your mind. The knowledge that this was meant for you, for good or ill. And
Sweet.
Almost certainly him.
go ahead and open up the items menu and
It's
type
already
in,
here. It popped up.
Yeah.
Loth's grip.
Okay, so you guys can't see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is yours.
Add it to inventory.
Ooh, the webs are
And-
flammable, apparently.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good spell.
And there's also a secondary effect to it.
Yes, there is.
Very nice. Well, since you got that really, really valuable amulet, Goji's proposing that Futon and her split the 40 gold evenly between the two
Okay.
of them. Any objections?
Fair is fair.
Okay.
Vrisdan is not big on cash money.
Vrisdan's loss.
Vrisdan's
I don't
after
know.
wealth. He's after wealth, not assets.
Yeah, sure. I'm here for capital. Okay. not whatever change you guys are getting. I was gonna make a joke like, cash ain't nothing. Real wealth isn't gold, but our cash is gold, so I couldn't.
It doesn't work.
No,
Yeah.
he goes by platinum, not gold, guys.
Mm.
All the minted coins are for chumps. Invest in wood, steaks. I don't know.
Wooden teeth is where
Invest
it's
in
at,
shares
guys.
in a caravan company.
That's great.
So that is out of character. That is the first item that I crafted for you guys.
Mm.
I don't know how much further we'll get today. Hopefully the other two will get their items as well.
I'm looking at my character sheet again, not to waste your time again, but I'm noticing that I leveled up, but my hit points remain the same. At 10.
I think you did it wrong.
I swear I did it right.
Yeah. Did you actually level up?
When you're looking at the main part of your character sheet, you click on your class, you click on fighter,
Yep.
and it brings up that little class and level.
Yep.
You just click level up, and
Yeah.
it should guide you through.
That's exactly what I did. And then it said commit, and
Huh.
I said commit, and nothing updated.
Huh.
I mean, I'm sure maybe I did something wrong, but I followed exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, now when I level up again, it tells me I'm leveling to 3. I don't want to do that. Cancel.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
But I didn't get a hit dice or anything, so I don't know.
I'm
Mine
gonna,
are halfway up to 17
I'm
now.
gonna try something. Where do I? Character, classes. Let's throw on. Which one is that? Where are you from? PHB, SRD. Okay. We'll make you a barbarian. Sure, whatever. Handling, athletics, perfect, awesome. Okay, barbarian, level up. Class. You click level up on the class. It'll tell you which features you get. If there's anything you have to choose, and then commit. And then it gives you a little thing, and you hit commit again. I said commit. Hit commit. Let me commit. Damn it. Oh, save and then commit. Yeah, I've got no idea. It did it all for me.
Yeah. So I had to manually update the level, and
Yeah.
it did not update hit die, and I'm not seeing a way to do that manually either.
Yeah, it's the same thing as all the other boxes. You just click and you should be able to type.
Yeah, but when I
Um,
click on the actual hit die box, it doesn't do anything.
Oh, the hit die. Sorry, I
Mhm.
thought you said hit points.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So what did you get from your level up?
I got
A bunch of frustration, it sounds like.
a bunch of frustration. I got the level 2 ability, which was, what was it? Not second wind, but
Action surge.
action surge.
I don't see it.
Oh yeah, I don't see it either. I did get
Okay.
it though. What the fuck?
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Take me back to 1. Can I
Yeah.
just redo it, the whole thing?
Go back to 1. Okay. Level up. So you're in the level up now, right?
Not yet. 1 second. Okay, now I am. I'm leveling up fighter 1 level to 2.
and-
Okay.
Change to 2. Okay.
Yep. And I get action surge, correct? And then I hit commit, and then it shows me the summary. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't hit save. I probably just X'd it. That's probably the problem.
Classic gamer Pem.
Yep.
Ah,
there
there we
it is.
go, there we
That's
go, there we
exactly
go.
what it was.
Okay, I didn't, because it said summary, so I'm like, oh, well then it's all done because it's summing it up. But no, it wasn't done. You still have to save it. That'd be like if you were paying
Yeah,
your
that's
bill
not your
online and you were like, and you got the confirmation screen that said your bill is paid, and then when you close that window, it's like, yoink, took it back.
You didn't say yes, please.
Yeah, no
And then
kidding.
Do it over again.
Come on.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I don't think that's your fault. For
All
once
right.
ever, Pem, it's not your fault. At game.
I'm a 16 HP ooze destroying orc motherfucker.
Let's
Let's go.
I sometimes
That's
actually
fair.
do that when I'm transferring money. I go, right then, yep, it's transferred, but I didn't. There was one more thing I had to do.
I have also done that. Okay, sorry.
I have not.
So we've
I'm
divvied up our
skilled
shit.
and flawless at everything.
Yeah, you're wonderful. Ooh,
Yeah,
I know how to pay my bills. Okay.
Mister, I just swiped my card.
All right.
Actually, I'm a Zoomer. I tap my phone. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have not set up the phone thing. My son uses it all the time, and I'm just like, that seems a little too
I
advanced for me.
haven't. I don't trust my phone with my card.
No, I don't
Absolutely
either.
Goddamn not.
Especially,
Mine
I
up,
don't
but
trust myself with the card.
true.
it gives me like a separate card.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did Samsung Pay, it sent me a physical card, but also like so it's just like a separate degree from your actual card.
Oh, well, that sounds
I
handy.
don't think Google Pay works like that, but that's how the Samsung Pay works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, my phone just raw dogs my debit card, and I'm not about that.
Okay, is there anything else here worth taking in? We got everything we
I'll
needed
take
to get,
any
right?
more 1,000 gold items if you got them. We got Loth's
I mean,
grip. Do we have Loth's brush?
I don't know if Loth is just leaving out all her items out there without
Blushing smile.
without certain tribute, but we can
Both got that
do
grip.
Loth's
a perception
affectionate
roll.
sigh. Jesus
can-
Christ. Holy fuck.
Oh, come on.
Christ.
You can't.
I
You
didn't
can't.
expect it
You
from you out
can't
of
make
nowhere.
that an item and not expect it
No,
to.
that's perfect.
Sorry, wait, hang on. Before I said that foul thing, Mike said something that made me have a thought, which was, what was it? Oh,
I mean,
shit,
we've
I
had
don't
3
remember.
hours of me
Sorry.
saying things,
All this
so-
time talking about leveling up and paying bills and shit's just kind of fried my brain. Fuck it. I guess, yeah, I don't have anything else.
Okay,
Good.
unless you guys want to like comb this place to see if you can find Loth's brush. I would assume you guys want to turn around and head out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good to me.
Head back the way you came.
Poor little kobold.
Bongla.
Okay.
Don't worry, I wrote their name down in my notes. We'll never forget.
Never forget the casual murder of his group. So you guys all leave the little island, and I assume you won't fuck around with the deep growth and continue on, and you reach the Goblin Fort. And I don't know if you guys want to like interact with them or not. You can always just avoid them.
Yeah, so I think as we're approaching the fort, Goji's thought is let's go around it and get to the boat that way, but she's warily eyeing Vrisdan to see if he's making a move to approach the fort or not.
I'm hostile, not foolish. The fort's not going
Okay.
anywhere. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I think we're going to skirt around it and get to the boat without approaching the fort.
All right. You go around the northern beach of the island, and as you go by the orc sentries at the top of the gate, do notice you and throw a couple jeers at you, and few call outs, but they don't make any move to like try to like interrupt your passage. I don't know. Does the middle finger mean the same thing in the Underdark? I don't know.
I would think
as
they
you
probably understand it, but yeah.
as you progress through, each group throwing each other jabs and gestures and cheers, you go to your good old friend Luguma or Lugum and board his little ferry and progress on back to Pulumba. And on your merry way, I assume there will be more singing more playing of bagpipes and
Yeah,
more
this time
general good carousing.
I'm actually gonna have a grog on the way back, just as a celebration of our successful. Well, I guess we haven't concluded yet, but successful retrieval of the paw.
Okay.
I would like to take a look at the paw if whoever has it is permitting.
I think
I
Futon's
don't
got
think
it.
we determined who grabbed it.
No. I mean,
Um,
at that point, I wasn't the closest anymore because I think it was on the floor or something, wasn't it?
Oh God, did we leave it?
no, somebody grabbed
We
it.
forgot it.
I have it.
Okay, Vrisdan's got
Okay.
it.
So, as Goji gives over like a silver piece for not grog, since Lagoon would never do you the service of giving you such swill. He gives you a lukewarm beer instead.
Oh, okay.
And Vrisdan is looking at this fairly normal but kind of ragged rabbit's paw. Just
Yeah, that's
has
kind of
little-
exactly what I was gonna ask. It's a normal, like, surface rabbit. It's not some
yeah,
freakish
it's-
purple tentacled underdark.
Nope,
rabbit.
It's just some normal rabbit's paw that's been made into a like lucky item,
Hmm.
which kind of seems odd for some kind of deity figure for a bunch of fish people. But there you go. And so
Goji doesn't
to
know the
two-
words. She's screwing it up.
It's not that far off. As we go through these jaunts in maritime fashion across this dark lake, as the only cheery spot upon this blackness, we reach back to the port of Palumba, and the fish people around you all look towards you in quizzical nature, or who sings dwarven pirate song. But as you disembark, Laguma gives constant bows and thanks to you, even though you have not paid him outside of the beer.
Oh,
but
I'm gonna tip
he's
him another gold piece
he-
for the return trip.
That's even better. Now he's
Yeah.
smacking his head on the dock in gratefulness.
I don't understand. I don't understand why these guys smack their heads on things to show reverence, but I love it.
Because they're flipping nutters, man.
It's great.
But for the most part, he was not doing it for any kind of monetary reward, but for the pure joy that you did this for his god. And you all, I assume, proceed on towards the temple seashell,
Hmm.
and you
Mhm.
progress through the strewn about garbage and furniture and miscellaneous items that just puts into contrast how demented people are to live in such beauty, but just ruin it in such a spectacular way.
Me talking about San Francisco.
Ouch. Damn. San Francisco
That
catching
was-
strays here.
It's
Damn,
not a
that-
stray. That was spot on. They know what
That-
they've done.
That was spitting facts right there, dude.
Wow.
Wow. So
We got a coastal
proceed
war
on
here.
down.
Oh,
Going
East Coast,
on-
West Coast by far.
East
But
Coast
that's not relevant right now.
represent. So you proceed down underneath the lake's water edge to get into the interior chamber that you were in before.
Hmm.
And crossing the bridge, you come across the alert system, and you don't see the archpriest Laguma there, but you do see the deity of these people, Umbalup, residing on his throne, and seeing no motion from him to prevent you from climbing the stairs. If you choose to, you may.
Ooh. Yeah, she's gonna march right up the stairs.
Okay. I mean, I'll go ahead and open up the map again so that you guys at least have it
Hmm.
in the background. Second. I got so many acids saved in here.
I
I
bet.
had to dig through them to find it. Bro, you rolling a D100 while I'm going through assets now.
Oh, sorry.
Sometimes a man just needs to roll.
Mhm.
I know.
Can't
right?
blame him.
I was rolling to myself with self-determined criterion whether I'm going to kick this dude in the nuts or not.
Okay. You guys should be able to see.
I rolled too
yourselves,
high
right?
though.
A 0 to a 1 means I won't kick him. A 2 to a 99 means I will.
I don't see an image yet.
No.
Oh, it didn't share? Okay, hold on.
Mm.
Yeah, not for me either.
How about now?
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. G coral throne pink.
There I
chroma
am.
light.
I'm there.
There you are. You're there.
Okay. And let's see.
Ken, you and I have disagreed about many things, but certainly we can agree on this. You're there. No one could deny.
Nope.
I must proclaim. that- It's not letting me do what I want. So I need to figure this out. Okay. That's going to be a placeholder.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so as you approach the top of the stairs and stop before the throne, you see more clearly that while it was indeed a humanoid wearing a purple, very elaborate robe, the headpiece is actually just that, a headpiece of a reptile. It's not actually whatever this creature's face is. You do see from the protruding hands that it seems to be human. And as you stop and reach the top, he addresses you and says, "Welcome back. I'm glad you came back safely. You happen to get what I asked you for." And he says all this in a very normal but amplified voice, presumably because of the mask that he's wearing.
Well, Vrisdan's the one with the rabbit's paw, so Goji looks in
He
his
will
direction.
present it. He'll
Oh,
roll it through his fingers and then sort of hold it up so he can see him.
oh, thank the God. You have no idea. Fish. I did not have a constipation problem. It was just a constitutional. And he
Oh.
gets up from his throne and walks to you and beckons the item.
I will deliver it to him, or toss it up to him, or whatever.
So Goji's thinking
Look at
the
the thing
priest
that I
must
got.
have mistranslated or something. Constipation.
He takes the rabbit's foot, and after a quick glance over it and caress to ensure that it's okay, he pockets it away in his robe and takes off his mask. And you see that it is a rather normal looking face, a brunette man in his 30s, looking very haggard, thin, even by how hollow his cheeks are, presumably only eating fish and nothing else of greater nutrients. And he just looks worn down and apparently doing spins on the throne. And he just, after putting away his item, he turns to you all and says, "Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This is the only thing I have left, and it's just been so hard. So good to speak common again. Stupid fish people. You won't believe the stuff I have to go through every single day. It's, oh, Umbala, please grant me this. Please, blah, blah, blah." And you guys can stop him at any time.
Hey, what's with the gold, man?
Oh, the gold. Let me tell you. I don't know why, but as soon as they met me, I was afraid for my life. So the only thing I had on hand was this ridiculous mask, and I put it on, and they started just worshiping something. But for some reason, these people have some kind of effect where if they worship hard enough, things happen. So I don't know why. For some reason, they took my advice of becoming ferrymen. That way, they can make some money, and then they can give me that money. But when I first started it out, I thought, oh, I could get rich doing this. But no, instead, they do some humble jumble magic that I don't even know as a wizard how they do. But instead of giving me money, they poof it out of existence and just give me the mana, as though that's gonna do anything. And I just don't know. Now I'm just here, destitute, poor, and
Okay,
trying to scrape by.
so I'm just wondering, do you know anything else about the goblins in the fort over there? Camp?
Oh, the goblins? Oh, they're the worst ones. I keep trying to get them to come over here and kill all these stupid idiots, but they won't come over here. Apparently, they just don't want to tip the ferrymen, get over here, and it's just
And so the
been bad negotiations.
Kuatoa, they worship you, and you send them sometimes to the drow arena?
Well, I figure if I get enough to go, they can just die off and let me get out of here. I just want to go back up to the surface, but they won't let me go, or they have to have a deity. They can't go serve the other goddess. I don't know, something called the Loop the Loop or something. That I don't. It's just one.
Hey, so
thing
your
after
priest
another.
said something about getting some kind of reward or treasure for bringing you back the paw.
Oh, right. Something about fish, right? Forget the fish, man. If you want, you can go talk to my priest over there. He's probably taking his own constitutional, and ask him for the reward. He'll take you to the treasure. You can have any item that's to your fancy, so long as you don't try to take so much stuff. I mean, you're not gonna find it, worth in there.
Okay, well,
It's
thanks, man.
garbage,
I
but there you
appreciate it. Good luck getting back to the surface someday.
I really appreciate you guys helping me. It's so much fun. Being able to talk is common again. I hope you guys do come back.
Okay, so
It-
yeah, we'll see you. I'm sure we'll see you. The priest, you said, yeah? Okay, later,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, Laguma, he's a great guy. Yeah, you guys travel safe. I hope you guys can get out of here. It's a terrible place.
Don't
I
think
really
we'll have a
wish you'd take me
problem.
with you. Sure you won't take me with you?
Look at it.
And so you all flee away from this
Yep.
equally as demented poor man that just broken down to the treatment of worship that he's got from the Kuatoa.
It's like Vivian spin dashing away.
Yep. He's doing spin moves to avoid getting tackled.
And as you go
okay.
away, he just turns around, puts his mask back on, and as he sits down, pulls out his little lucky rabbit's foot, and reflect back on his days when he could see the sun.
Ah. You know, that last little bit made me want to feel sorry for him, but I don't. That's what Goji says to you guys as we walk out of this place.
So, as you walk out, you've completed your actual first quest. You all get 150 XP.
Hey! That's what I'm talking about.
So you said 100 and
50.
50?
150.
Man, I gotta do math every single time. That's
like
crazy how numbers work, huh?
It's like I signed up for some kind of math game.
It's math games are for nerds, okay? I don't know what you mean.
So I hope that wasn't too annoying, but
No, that was great. Great character
That
moment.
That's just
awesome.
Fantastic.
how I pictured this guy to be. So
Yeah, that's great.
So if you guys are all done with the XP, you march out of the main antechamber and you progress down through the temple seashells tunnels to reach back to the entrance. And as you're walking out, you encounter Archpriest Laguma presumably coming back from his constitutional or constipation, whichever one it was.
Hard to get
And-
constipated eating fish all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, it's very oily.
And as you discuss with him, unless you actually want to have a conversation, you ask him for the reward, and he agrees to not only give you the banquet of fish that you were promised,
Oh.
he takes you to the treasury, and within the treasury, you come across what they perceive as treasure, which is just these massive clamshells full of debris and other kinds of silt and garbage that they found, they stored, that they believe is worthy enough to treasure and hoard, but not enough to give to their deity, for it is not shiny and gold colored enough. But amongst the debris, you do manage to find one item, one of worth. And let's see. So, Adam, with your character Futon, as you gaze around, you see a blanket covering something, and you pick up the corner of the blanket, and you witness something that could potentially speak to your soul if it was truthfully a dwarvish soul. And let's see. Oh crap, I had the wrong one. I had the wrong menu open. There we go. You should be able to see this now.
This is great. I love it. I haven't even read it yet. I just like the title. Dude, that's awesome.
So if you need help on adding that to your inventory, if you want to keep it, let me.
This is great. I love it. This is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, and the rat's free at the end. Good.
Yeah, I was able to add it.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, that's right. You didn't heal up. I was wondering why you were at 6 HP.
Oh my gosh, Futon's walking around with 6 HP. Come on, buddy.
Oh, what are you doing?
Slip on one of these docks, you could die.
I meant to heal you. My bad.
I know. It's
Gives
like
you a
I gotta,
strength
I gotta
back.
kill
You're
a bitch.
good,
You can
right?
get healed later. That bloodlust, dude. Okay.
I'm a war cleric. Do you want me to not war? It would be against my religion.
I know. So, with your reward, and I don't know if you guys want to stay the night, get that fish banquet or not.
I mean, I'm good
Chose
on the
to.
fish, unless, I don't know, it's up to you guys. It might be interesting, but I don't know that I want to eat a bunch of fish.
Vrisdan is already sick of the smell of fish. If
Okay,
he
we gotta get
he
the
will
hell out of
go
here then.
ballistic.
The only thing that Goji wants to do before we leave, unless one of you wants to take it, she's gonna sell that heavy crossbow because she realizes now it's two-handed and that's not as cool.
Do you want to swap? I have a hand crossbow.
She's got a light
which is
one.
Specifically one-handed. I think a light crossbow is also two-handed.
Well, that could be, but so far the game's let me use it as if it's one-handed. Let me look.
Yeah, but if you look at the item under properties, it says two-handed.
Oh my god, I've been cheating this whole time.
Oh my god, Pem? The loathsome
Simple ranged weapon,
casual.
two-handed.
Can't believe this.
I guess I should have been taking a special action to switch back and forth all this time, huh?
I mean, we can go like that from now on.
Yeah, let's do that from now on. Keep the. Oh well, then in that case, fuck it. I'm switching to the heavy crossbow.
Oh,
Keep
do
your
you not
hand.
want the hand crossbow?
Nah, keep the hand crossbow.
I
Let's
have
just
not
say-
used it yet, Pem.
That's okay. That's all right. Yeah.
So
I'll have
let's
to.
To be
just
fair, I only
say-
got it like a session ago, so.
Yeah. So let's just say with two things. The hand crossbow is the only one that can use those special drow darts.
Sure.
Or the drow bolts. Because they're specifically made for those handles. As for Pem's crossbow, you can either hook it on your belt or swing it across your back and then whip it out as a free or reaction action.
Yeah, we'll whip it out as I'll whip it out as my
You'll whip it out.
my bonus action. Let me just game this out really quick. So let's say combat starts. I'm at range. I fire with the light crossbow. Can I use? So when I switch to the club as I close, that would require one action.
One free or bonus action.
Free or bonus action.
I'm sorry, one bonus or reaction action.
Okay, so I could, in one round, fire with the crossbow and then use my bonus action to shoulder the crossbow, take out the club, and then in the next round, fight with the club? Is that...
Correct.
Okay, then that's what I'll do. I'll just keep both of them, and I'll know that I can't... Sorry, go ahead.
Technically, that's not the rule, but honestly, I don't think it's really that necessary to go so
Okay.
deep into it.
I'll just
with
know that I
you
can't
either.
use them both in the same round.
Right, because you would need to be so skilled with both hands and have enough strength to wield a heavy crossbow with one hand only.
Yeah,
And
and reload it with
So-
one while holding it.
To a point, I'm willing to work with you.
Okay.
That point is a little too far.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
fine with just doing a bonus or reaction to just switch your weapon
Sure.
if it's not like buried in your.
Yeah. That's fine. The other. Okay. So yeah. Sorry. That's all I needed to know then. So then I guess I'm selling
So-
the heavy crossbow, is what it sounds like.
Sure. Look at the properties of your light crossbow and then add in the amount of gold that it's worth. If you want to haggle for it, let me know. But I'll just fine with just giving you the amount that it states.
I mean, the crazy fish person might be able to give you more. He doesn't know the value.
It says it's worth 25. The light is. Okay. It's probably gonna take me like a bajillion fucking years to figure out how to remove this from my inventory. But
I can do it.
Oh, okay.
But if you do you see like a little bookmark, a pencil right next to your add item?
Am I in the inventory tab or yeah?
Yes,
I'm in the
yes.
inventory. Yes, I do.
If you click on that pencil,
Oh,
it'll come up with a bunch of little circles in
Yep.
red.
there we go. Okay. Cool. That's good to know.
And then actions. For your action, I would just go to your items menu and open up to the crossbow and drag it over
Okay.
with the icon. They'll add in the stats for it for you for the weapon.
Okie doke. Sorry, I don't want to take
No.
up everybody's time.
No,
here.
take your time, man. We got 30 minutes to go. Either way, not much more is gonna get done than what we have left. Unless something surprising happens, then we can find out.
Futon's betrayal is coming soon. Feel it. It's going to happen.
It's coming, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to drag it to the weapons list on my actions tab, but nothing's taken there.
So do you see like a little dragon like icon?
Yeah, in the top left there.
And you hover, click and drag it, and it
I
doesn't
can
do
drag it,
anything?
hover over weapons, and doesn't add it. I don't know. That's fine. We can deal with it after the session's over.
What are we trying to add to weapons?
I'm trying to move the heavy crossbow from. I mean, it's currently in my inventory. I'm trying to move it to my actions tab, weapons list. Yeah, I'm not sure.
You could just go back to the items like sub menu,
Mm-hmm.
and then drag a new heavy crossbow to your thing. Get rid of the old one first.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'll do.
see if redoing it from scratch.
That's what I'll do. Remind
You're
me where the
welcome, that
items
rate
thing
is
was
$30
at.
a minute.
A minute? Oh, here it
on
is.
the right hand
Items.
side.
Got it. I don't want to owe you any more money per minute.
Look, I'm already here. Okay, I made this a house call.
Crossbow bolts, crossbow hand, crossbow heavy. Oh! Wait a minute.
No, for some reason.
Oh, there it
lets me-
goes. There it goes. There it goes.
For some reason, it was letting me just do the hand crossbow, but it wouldn't let me do the.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. It worked.
There we go. Okay, so.
Although now I have. Okay, hang on. I gotta. Now I have a hand crossbow and 2 heavy crossbows in my inventory. Okay, we're good. I'm all good. I'm done. No, I'm not. The heavy crossbow disappeared from my inventory. God damn it.
Oh, Christ.
Okay, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna figure this out. I already know what I need to do. We're good.
Goji in the background is reading your mind as much as the Kurokoa do.
No, it's there.
Just items appearing and disappearing.
It disappeared from me. Hang on one second. I think I know what I gotta do.
I
though.
see it. It's at the bottom of your list. It's at the bottom.
In my inventory.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. I know.
I see 2 different ones.
I know. I deleted one and removed it from my actions list. Now we're good. Now we're good. I deleted the right one.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So,
Actually, now that she's got it armed, it's more like this.
There you go.
Okay.
um,
Sorry. I did not mean to cause such distraction. I'm all done, and we can get back to the action.
That's the secret about tabletop games. It's all distraction.
it's all distraction. There's tangents everywhere. It's a
Mhm.
landmine. It's perfect for you, Pam.
Love it. Fantastic.
Okay, so now that you are settled with the merchant, you've gotten your reward, and you're fleeing away from Oompa as fast as you can.
Don't make eye
You-
contact.
Don't make eye contact. Don't acknowledge him. Stare straight ahead. You have access to 5 different docks. Lagoon takes care of 2 places you've been to already, and this location. The other ferries presumably take you elsewhere. You can either try asking the fish people the available ferries. You can try random dock, see if when a couture will come with their ferry to take you somewhere. There's also that free one across from Lagoon as well.
Have they got a travel guide?
You do not see a travel guide.
Oh,
I would imagine if
sorry.
there was a map of ferry routes, it would just be a squiggle of lines with a big old circle, presumably the Dark Lake.
Did Vrisdan heal up Futon while we were fucking around?
Yeah, right, true.
I mean, we could ask
Reminder.
the new one that's we haven't talked to.
Look, I got the new spell slot just earlier today. Let me flex a little, okay? Boom.
That's a
4
lot of
full
flex.
additional hit points. How's that?
That's a whole lot of flex.
Hmm.
How many spell slots does anyone else here have, huh? If it's not a flex, I ask you that.
No, I was justly impressed. It was a great flex.
Indeed it was.
Anyway, so you do know that you have options on ferry locations. You could also not pay any of these kuatoas and just try to swim through the dark lake.
Oh God, no.
I say
Uh,
ask the one we've not spoken to yet.
yeah, I agree. Let's go bother that one.
The kuatoa, similarly dressed as Lagoon, looks towards you, approaching them, and greets you.
Howdy. Oh, that's right. The Kuatoa probably don't speak common. Just thinking out of character. Oh, I guess no. Goji is thinking this in character, but I don't know necessarily that you guys hear what she's thinking. But I'm wondering about that Durgar village on the other side of the lake, and whether one of these ferries goes there.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to word it.
Take your time. For the record, I'd like to imagine the first thing that Vrisdan said sounds the same in both common and undercommon. So he just walks up to the fish and goes, "Yo."
That's how. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how it looks.
Both times that Goji's talked to the goblins, she approached each of them with an oi, and they both responded oi back. So.
All right, we've got the hidden beach of merchants and the middle island of the Dark Lake.
That's the hidden beach of merchants is on the middle island, or the middle island is
Two separate places.
Two separate places. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Ask it if it knows other destinations the other guys go to.
From the middle island, there's another ferry service that branches west.
God damn. I'm gonna make a map of all these ferries. Wait, stand by. I need more light. Hang on. I presume, Mike, you're busy working, right? So I'm not wasting.
What?
Oh, I didn't know if you were typing something up, or I just want to make sure I'm not.
He beat me. He answered me before I even asked the question. The Kuatoa, you're so insane it read my mind.
Hey, their magic makes things come for real, man.
That is true. Tanom, I need you to magic me $1 million right now.
Give me 1,000 prayers and a good old dose of hope.
Oh, by the wet and fishy one. Oh, by the scaled man of the waters. I flap my fins at thee, oh precious one, oh pearl of pearls.
I'm not feeling it, dude. I'm not feeling that devotion.
Bah humbug.
Sacrifice.
I'm
You
going
must
back
make
to
a
the
sacrifice.
You're either gonna have to do a golden sacrifice or a more traditional version one.
I feel like the gold is probably harder to come across, so give me a couple days. To answer you though, Pem, they keep their own customers, so they don't know each other's routes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, there's like a taxi service. They're all fighting with each other.
Got it. So just to remind myself, or Goji remind herself, the ferry destinations that we know about right now are the dock that we came from, the Kuatoa village where we are now, the Goblin Fort, something about the hidden merchants, and the Middle Island. Is that all of them that we have so far?
Of fairies, yes.
Yes. Okay.
You're also aware that there is a drow city to the north of you.
Oh, and
And there is some Duergar city somewhere. And that the drow and the Duergar are apparently at war.
right.
Good for them, as it should be.
Ask it what race the merchants are. Might have some value, but if it's the fish people, it might not be.
That's a very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Very wise question. That's good. And was the Dwergar location a village or a city or a fort?
The hobgoblin you spoke to, the Gengi, the bitter, said Duergar city.
City, okay. Well, Goji's only got 74 gold, and
we're not paying.
I'm just thinking she's just seen a merchant anyway, so I'm not sure that going to the merchant's island at this point makes sense for her.
Depends what they offer.
Depends on what you can take. It's drow who don't want to kill fish people. And a handful of others, they say.
That's the merchants?
Yeah.
And what do we know what's on the middle island, did he say?
No, just the middle island. They said that there are other ferries there that could take us further west.
Okay.
Nothing like more specific than that.
Maybe to get some potions or something.
True. Also, it'd be a good chance to try out Vrisdan's idea about claiming we're on official Oompa Loomp business. And see if they give us a free ride.
Well, what are we thinking?
My vote's merchant place because Futon's convinced me there might be some valuable potiony type things there.
I mean, they might have mushrooms too.
True.
I mean, you just need to toss a rock somewhere and you hit a mushroom. Even in the middle of the lake, it's gonna drop down on a mushroom.
Yep. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Merchants.
He's typing. Never mind.
Does it show you when I'm typing?
Yeah, it shows a little speech bubble, and I assume it does the same thing for when I'm typing.
I'm
really stupid. I saw that and I didn't connect it at all.
Yeah, I saw it pop up and I thought, it's showing me there's a chat. Like, but it's
I didn't even realize. I'm so silly. Let's see. Type. Oh, there it is. Well, it worked. Crazy how nature do that.
Okay. I need a persuasion roll on that.
Can I make it intimidation?
Or
I don't know if I have.
Are you gonna fight this guy
or
too?
Deception.
Everybody in
Persuasion
this
or
fucking
deception?
campaign is gonna challenge you to single combat.
Oh yeah, deception seems like way more the thing.
Mm-hmm.
How can I grab
Whichever-
multiple dice at the same time? Oh wait, I don't have to do that. I'm casting guidance on myself.
Which in obviously in universe should be a dead giveaway that the person's trying to influence you when they cast guidance on themselves.
I'm okay with them knowing they're being influenced.
Uh,
Jesus.
sir,
Oh, it
why
didn't
are-
make guidance.
Oh, sir,
Oop.
why are you
Oh,
glowing?
I didn't make it a skill check either. I'm so dumb. I'm so goofing. My
Just-
deception is only +1, so
So 10?
10 total. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 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 So this fish person's fucking crazy. So yeah. Okay.
Fantastic.
10
That's what I
over.
want to hear. An entire conversation I'm not privy to, followed by, yeah, this guy's fucking crazy, sure. Like, what is happening?
We're about to get stabbed in an alley, Pam.
There is a fish person, and he knows how to capsize. So the Kuotoa, upon hearing this proclamation, immediately straightens up and slams his head upon the dock floor to abase himself to the will of his god, and quickly ushers you onto his ship, ferry you to the hidden merchant's beach.
All right.
And honestly, unless you guys want to do some kind of roleplay session on the travel to the beach, there's not much more that we're going to be able to do in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's. I think
If there's-
Goji's going to have another grog.
Yeah.
Vrisdan does what I think Vrisdan has probably been doing on the boat, and I've forgotten to mention it in the past, but he takes the pouch that he keeps his couple blocks of incense in, and he takes out the solid block of it and pours the powder at like the bottom of the pouch onto the flat of his hammer and kind of rubs it into the grain of the hammer. Repackages his incense and all that.
That's cool. Hem, you don't know this Kuotoa. He doesn't know you. You haven't actually paid him for the ferry, so he's actually going to charge you 2 silver for an actual grog, not even a lukewarm beer.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll pay 2 silver for a lukewarm beer. What the hell? Look, grog, rather. Sorry. She's flush with 74 gold. She's feeling rich.
And as we go forward, I'll try to cut out the silver and all that. It's just, it seemed relevant at the starting point.
Yeah, I only have 7 pieces of silver left, so I'll be out of it here pretty soon.
Okay. Unless there's nothing else, I think this is a good stopping point as you all travel to this new location of the Dark Lake.
Yeah.
And on your journey westward, hopefully in search of some means to either escape the Underdark or possibly get your revenge either on Hobgoblin, Drow, whatever else pisses you off. Maybe even that walking mushroom.
Oh yeah. I mean, for Goji's part, she hasn't voiced this yet, and she wouldn't unless she was solicited to, but she definitely thinks that Vrisdan should be trying to get revenge on that hobgoblin. And I think more than anything, she really, really wants to kill whoever's responsible for putting us all down here, whether that's the drow that was running the arena with the big ceremony, or whether that's somebody else. She wants to fuck them all up.
For all we know, that mushroom could still be on its way.
That's true. If we ever have to
There's no
backtrack,
Diagra range. It's still mad.
if we ever have to backtrack, we'll run into it. We'll be like, whoa, fuck.
Okay. Thanks guys. That was a really good session. I enjoyed it a
Yeah,
lot.
thanks, Mike.
I hope it was just as good for you guys, and I hope my internet connection was better this time.
It all seemed fine to me, yeah.
Oh yeah, I had no
Yeah.
issues. I kind of forgot you said that at
Yeah.
the start. Yeah, nothing wrong on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then let's try to meet up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, sounds good.
And
Sounds good.
if you guys have any questions or suggestions, as always, feel free
Oh
to
wait,
send
hold
me a
on. Sorry.
message.
So 2 weeks. The next Saturday would be the 3rd.
Third, yeah.
I'm gonna be away for a dog sit then, so I can't guarantee
That's
that I'll
fine.
be there or here in enough time that I would be able to make it.
Do you want to just shoot for the 17th then? That would be our next session.
That
Yeah,
would be.
I'm fine with that.
Fuck. Hold
You son of a bitch.
on. I gotta look something up. When is this event? I will not be there for this either.
Okay.
I won't even be in the state.
Then for the month of August, do we
September.
want to switch to the 2nd and 4th Saturdays?
If
That would work
everybody's
for
fine
me.
with that, yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
10 and 24.
10 and 24 for us,
Okay.
and yeah, okay. Then I'll set up an event for the 10th, and assuming nobody objects over Discord or anything in the coming weeks, we'll shoot for a 4-hour session from 4 Eastern to 8 Eastern, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.